There's a new feeling in Hamilton, and it's the home opener tonight for the Tiger Cats, who are 1-0 heading into tonight's Wendy's Friday night football game against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Kickoff is coming right up as we welcome you inside our CFL Live studio. Hi, everybody. Dave Randorf here, Chris Schultz there, Jock Climby right here. And, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers aren't sure what happened last week in their home opener against Ottawa. Bottom line was they were blown out, and they were hoping that was an early wake-up call, while the Ticats don't want to wake up. After their dream start against BC, Jock, they got into a shootout, and Danny Mac was doing most of the shooting.
Yeah, he was front and center, Dave. And it was a little different for Danny Mac this year. For the first part and the better part of a decade, he's not calling his own plays. Paul LaPolice and Barisi, the offensive coordinator, are handling that for him. And, a lot of quarterbacks will say, I don't want that. I want to be the master of my own domain. I want to be calling the plays. I want to be thinking through the games. But you know what? There are advantages to not having to think through the game. Your mind's not all cluttered when you come up to the line of scrimmage figuring out how to strategize. And better yet, when you're on the sideline, Schultze, you don't get guys like me tugging on your sleeves and, hey, give me the post corner. Give me the post corner.
Leave me alone.
The running back, he wants the ball. Hey, I know. Off tackle left. Give it to me. You can just sit in the sideline and relax and let the guys go bug the coach.
In Hamilton right now, there is a winning feeling. I mean, they feel good about the season, and that's kind of dangerous because a good feeling early in the season leads to complacency. With the Bombers, it's the exact opposite. Pressure and anxiety. They know a lot of these Bombers, the present ones, if they don't play well, they're going to be past Bombers in one phone call. And the pressure is unbelievable on the individual players. And Dave, imagine this, right? You're the boss here, right? You're the show, right? Imagine in your occupation, you wake up in the morning, you read the paper, and you read about a guy who's going to take your job. Right? And then you're driving to work and you're on the radio thinking about this guy and you hear about his name, about how he's going to take the job.
Tell him, Schultz.
And then you're on TV and they interview that guy about he's going to take that job. That tests your manhood.
Do you think... My manhood.
Your manhood.
Do you think there's a lineup of people willing to work with you two, night in, night out,
week
in,
week out?
Yes. Is that
we get emails.
As a matter of fact, that's not a hypothetical. I was talking to Jennifer Hedger. She was dying to sit right here,
right.
and we're going to make that happen.
Yeah, right. Why do you think Dunnigan left? That's the real truth.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Here are the starting quarterbacks, brought to you by Wendy's, and we got a couple of veterans going at it, a couple of guys who had big passing nights, but one of them got the win, and it was Danny Mac. John Wells and Glenn Suter, as usual, at the mics tonight.
The Tiger Cats got off to a great start in Vancouver last week. Tonight, the home opener here in Hamilton.
Hey, they're expecting their largest crowd in a decade for this one versus the Bombers, and Bob Young, the owner, has spruced the place up a bit.
You look absolutely marvelous in Dofasco Tiger Vision. The kickoff is coming right up.
And now, a lesson in basic grooming.
Private hairball.
Sir, yes, sir.
What's that in your ears and between your eyebrows?
Sir, that's hair, sir.
Is there anything I can't stand more than grimy, grubby plant life popping out of every hole in your head?
Sir, no, sir.
Do you think that's macho?
Sir, no, sir.
Don't you use a micro?
Sir?
A micro touch hair trimmer, dipstick.
Sir, no, sir.
Get on your face and give me 20. Private part.
Sir, yes, sir.
Tell Private hairball why he needs a micro.
Sir, a micro touch trims ear hair, neck hair, nose hair, eyebrows, sideburns, goatees, even private areas, sir.
Even privates, private?
Sir, yes, sir.
Outstanding private party. And a man who appears attentive to his own grooming needs signals an ability to be attentive to the needs of others. What exactly is your major malfunction?
Sir, the private does not have a micro touch, sir.
Well, Private Hairball, if what you lack is motivation, then listen up.
Now there's MicroTouch, America's #1 micro grooming tool, designed to go where razors and scissors shouldn't go. For safe, precise grooming that gets as close as a blade, yet is safe to the touch. With MicroTouch, you can keep the back of your neck barbershop perfect by yourself. Remove unsightly ear hair with just a touch. Embarrassing nose hair gone like that. Sideburns straight and even. Mustaches and beards neat and clean. And trim bushy eyebrows in just seconds. MicroTouch replaces expensive trimmers like these and goes places they can't with micro precision for only $14.99. Call now and you'll also get our 10-piece precision grooming kit. It includes every grooming tool you need to always look your best. A $40 value, yours free. Yes, you get it all. The MicroTouch Precision Groomer and this beautiful 10-piece grooming kit. An incredible $60 value for only $14.99.
This is my MicroTouch. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is my MicroTouch.
To order MicroTouch, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-514-0077. That's 1-800-514-0077. Call now.
Ever wondered what it's really like to be a soldier?
What do you got?
I have a sit rep from Alpha Company.
Ready to be verified. Verified.
Put yourself in the picture with this free video. You'll see over 200 great jobs in the Army and over 180 in the Army Reserve. You'll also see what skills you learn, how you can earn money for college, even what soldiers do in their free time. Call 1-800-984-ARMY now and get this free t-shirt and your free video. Put yourself in the picture and see what it's really like to become an Army of One.
Before we send you to the stadium, here is the Rona how-to poll question for the night. Which first-year coach do you think will finish this season with more wins? Greg Marshall, who's already got one, or Matt Dunnigan, who's already got one in Calgary? Log on, give us your vote.
The faces of football. Last year seem a long way off as the new CFL season begins in Hamilton. There's a fresh new look at Ivor Wynne, new scoreboard, new sound system, and Glenn, new fans.
Yeah, last week's impressive victory in Vancouver has given the retooled Ticats a very positive outlook for a new season.
And here is the weather outlook in the Steel City tonight. 19 degrees, a cross breeze, southwest, 10 miles or 10 clicks per hour, gusting to 15.
Winnipeg head coach Dave Ritchie came up short in the Bombers' home opener last week. He expects a better all-around effort from everyone, including his veterans, in Game 2 tonight.
Hamilton's Greg Marshall was a winner in his CFL coaching debut. It was a huge accomplishment for the Tiger Cats and equaled the victory total for all of last season. Tonight, Marshall's Ticats look to double that. Ready for the kickoff, and the Bombers are ready to do that with Troy Westwood and Yeast set to receive for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Nice average last week, 19.3. So Marshall and Matt Dunnigan, the only two unbeaten coaches in CFL history as it stands. And we begin here tonight and week 2. Craig Yeast near the 15. Nice return.
One guy to beat.
Stopped at the 39. And off Peter.
I saw the metal detector ad on TV, and I've always wanted one. So I called. We had the catalog in no time.
Call for your free metal detector. 4 touchdown passes. He was the CFL's Offensive Player of the Week. Wide receivers Demetrius Friedlove and DJ Flick made impressive debuts. Up front, Hamilton's #1 draft pick, Wayne Smith, had a very impressive beginning as well. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Tums. Tums tackles heartburn fast. 9 touchdown tosses all of last season, 4 last week. McManus on first down. He has Craig Yeast. Huge opening for the Tiger Cats and a great beginning in Hamilton. Yeast, not quite. Yes, they call it a touchdown.
Well, if the atmosphere wasn't electric with this huge crowd here in Ivor Wynne, it is right now.
They pushed Yeast into the end zone, and it is a 68-yard touchdown. Hang on. He stopped at the 4-yard line. There was a ruling.
Crossing pattern for Craig Yeast, John, right across the middle. Just a quick dump pass from Danny McManus, and then let the speed of Craig Yeast do the rest. Outrun the angle of Eric Carter, and look at him go down the sideline. He stepped out of bounds right around the 4-yard line, but just barely.
It is a 68-yard return. First and goal to go. Tiger Cats at the Bomber 4. Davis. Troy Davis.
What a start for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Craig Yeast, one guy away from taking the opening kickoff the distance. And then on the very first offensive play, heads down the sideline, and he's just out of bounds.
Actually got the ball into the end zone, but he was out of bounds at the 4. Second and goal to go. Tiger Cats. Second crack at it, and Davis is in.
Oh, what a start. What a start for a confident football team.
Troy Davis.
They're expecting their largest crowd in a decade here at Ivor Wynne. The atmosphere before the game was electric. You could feel people just talking about football. It's a whole new environment in this city right now with regards to this team. And what a start offensively for the Hamilton Tiger Cats to get this crowd into it right off the get-go.
And it's all Craig Yeast for the Tiger Cats, finished off on a short little TD for Troy Davis, his first of the season. The Ticats on Wendy's Friday Night Football have the lead.
With so many exclusive features, when you compare the new GMC Envoy XUV to the competition, oh wait, there is no competition. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to. GM Smart Buy customers, get a new Envoy XUV 4x4 SLE for around $289 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See the pros at your local GMC dealers.
It's an honor every day to put that uniform on. NO East is wide open. I think it's going to be a battle, but if we continue to get better and stay healthy, we're going to do some good things.
Floyd on the line, makes the catch.
So whatever you have to do, at least give yourself the best chance to succeed. I'm not worried about anything but getting the job done.
Base hit, and the Mets win it.
I really enjoy coming to the park. I love my job, and to go out there and hear these people cheering for you, it's awesome.
Oh, baby! The 2004 and 1 mixtape tour presented by Mountain Dew Core Red. It's about to invade NYC. Friday night, July 16th, Madison Square Garden at 7:30. Come check out the hottest street ball players on the planet. Hot Sauce, Main Event, and all the rest of N1 ballers. This is Duke Tango inviting you to the Open Run and Basketball Expo. Also, come check out the Sauce Halftime Show brought to you by Nintendo. This is the #1 street ball tour as seen on ESPN. Oh, baby!
Official hamburger of the CFL, Wendy's. It's better here. By Molson Canadian, I am Canadian. By Rona, the how-to people. And by Rogers, your world right now.
Ready for the Tiger Cats kickoff. 2 explosive returners for the Blue Bombers. This is Charles Roberts. Stopped in his tracks with a flag down at the 24.
Let's go back to that big play by Craig Yeast to set up the Davis touchdown. Crossing pattern for Craig Yeast, and I love his angle and the way he uses his speed on the outside to outrun the angle of Eric Carter. C2 has him, but look at the tremendous speed. 1 or 2 steps, he accelerates down that sideline, and right there, he steps just out of bounds.
He got the ball into the end zone, but he was ruled out at the 4-yard line. 2 plays later, from the 2, Troy Davis has the Tiger Cats in the lead. With the penalty tacked on the return, the Bombers begin inside the 10. Charles Roberts off left tackle. Winnipeg quarterback Kahari Jones put up solid numbers in a losing cause against Ottawa. He'll have Reggie Jones as his #1 receiver from week 1, and Robert Gordon, who caught only 1 pass. The running back will be Charles Roberts, and at right tackle, the leader up front is Dave Mudge along that Blue Bomber offensive line. Five-yard gain, 2nd and 5, Winnipeg. Jones stands in, open target, far side, covered quickly.
Rodney Heath, a couple of changes in that secondary due to the injury of Rob Hitchcock for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Rodney Heath played halfback last week versus the BC Lions, has to move out to corner. Jamonte Battle, another rookie, goes to the halfback, and Tawambi Settles will play at safety, another rookie for Rob Hitchcock. That's a nice play in the first series of this game offensively for the Bombers for Rodney Heath to get some confidence.
Nice kick. Craig Yeast settles under it at the 50. Got a block. Penalty flag goes down. He has about 4 yards on that return. A 45-yard punt.
Very excited about Craig Yeast and how he will contribute to this offense this season. He started the year with 3 catches for 91 yards, had a 14-yard punt return average versus BC, and almost a 20-yard kickoff return average.
There was no infraction on the play. First down.
Wiped out. And they want to get him the football. We saw what he can do with it once he has it in his hands. That was just a 5-yard crossing pattern that he turned into a big, big play. So Danny McManus doesn't have to throw the ball deep to have success. Just get it in Craig Yeast's hands.
1,521 all-purpose yards for Craig Yeast last season. DJ Flick to the near side. He had 2 touchdowns for the Tiger Cats last week. McManus with time over the middle into tight coverage. Davis was the intended receiver.
McManus' pass incomplete to number 32, Troy Davis.
Dave Ritchie's going to look for leadership from the boys up front, and that includes Doug Brown and Denny Fortney to try and right the ship after an 0-1 start to the season. And in the secondary, also a couple newcomers. Cedric Dickerson is a rookie, and Marcus Smith starts on the corner due to injury, another rookie in that lineup. So we'll see if Danny McManus tests them out. They need leadership from the veterans inside. Denny Fortney and Doug Brown.
Yeah, that was the challenge this week from Dave Ritchie. McManus standing in on second down. Amerson.
Oh, boy.
Archie Amerson. These Tiger Cats look like they're for real. Terry Ray cut up to him from behind. As Amerson, the key receiver for Hamilton last year, used sparingly last week. Well, it's a huge contribution here.
You get the matchup. Danny McManus is looking for this matchup. You see man-to-man, and you've got Terry Ray, the linebacker, covering one-on-one on essentially a receiver in Archie Amerson. He came in as a running back, and that's why I say that, but he's been used as a receiver in his career in Hamilton.
45-yard gain, so the Tiger Cats have put big plays on the board already, and they have a 7-0 lead. Davis wrapped up in a hurry.
Easy in the pile here, man.
This is exactly the start that Greg Marshall wanted to this football game. Get the crowd involved, and it's a huge crowd. They're all excited about their team this year. And all of a sudden, your quarterback and your leader comes out with a couple of big plays. One, a short throw, and he lets the athlete do it. And this, a perfect read to Archie Amerson. Danny McManus, with pressure coming from the outside, stands in, keeps his poise, and throws a strike to Amerson.
Hurry up, Danny.
Amerson and McManus look at 2nd and 10. McManus, the end zone toss, a little high.
Well, I think he did it on purpose. That was a deliberate throw a little high to Demetrius Breedlove. Yeah, because Breedlove's coming over the middle, but Marcus Smith, who was trailing just off the hip of Breedlove, was in pretty good position to jump a low throw. He's right up at the top of your screen right here. Good protection for Danny Mac. He looks to the left, nothing there. Goes back to the front side of the play. Now watch Breedlove. Pretty good, Marcus. He's right in the hip pocket. If that ball's thrown low, he comes underneath and maybe has a pick. Danny McManus had to throw it high and hope his receiver could come down with it.
So the Ticats will settle for a 19-yard field goal try.
Whoa.
And that one is tipped. Bombers will give up the single points. Jason Curry, 1 of 2 last week. 0 for 1 so far tonight. So the Tiger Cats come up empty after a huge play.
Buy factory direct from U.S. Buildings and save thousands. Huge factory blowout going on now. Save up to 60% on all arch-type steel building kits. Ideal for backyard workshops, garages, RV and boat storage, equipment storage, farm buildings, retail shops, manufacturing, and more. U.S. Buildings are strong, durable, economical, and versatile, yet amazingly easy to assemble. Eliminate construction costs with our easy 3-step do-it-yourself building method. Call now for your free catalog and great factory direct discounts.
America's favorite home gym is more affordable than ever. Now you can get the all-new Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Call the number on your screen for a free DVD or video and check it out. Bowflex's Power Rod technology delivers results. Powerful arms, defined legs, a stronger chest, and a toned, sexy core. And owning a Bowflex home gym is so affordable. Great results are easy with a new Extreme. All it takes is one simple workout, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, to get in the best shape of your life. The Extreme is built so well that we back it with an unrivaled 7-year warranty. and so effective it comes with Bowflex's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Through this special offer, you can own one with no money down and just $19 per month. You can't get this Bowflex deal anywhere else. Call us for a free DVD or video, or visit us online and find out how to get your Bowflex for just $19 a month today.
Hey, Patricia Pereski of Winnipeg, you could win a 50-inch Prima Plasma TV if a kickoff is returned for a touchdown in tonight's game, thanks to Safeway's Touchdown to Win promotion. And if a second kickoff is returned for a TD, you could win $1 million.
Him and another guy.
From Las Vegas through Toronto, BC, and 4 years in Winnipeg now, Maurice Kelly.
You mentioned, John, Dave Ritchie challenged his veterans. Well, Maurice Kelly is one of the veterans in 8th year in the CFL. He comes up with that big block.
Blue Bombers begin out at the 35 after giving up the single point. Ticats have the 8-0 lead. And Kahari Jones misses again.
There was a gale force wind in the sails of the Hamilton Tiger Cats to start this game, and Maurice Kelly just took a little bit of that sail out of there. He found a little crease on the field goal team, and he shot the gap. Watch 24 shoot the gap and just get his left hand on the kick from Jason Curry. That's a big play that takes a little bit of momentum away from the Tiger Cats because they had it all to start this game.
Kahari Jones missing in the connection with Kamal Peterson. It is 2nd and 10 Winnipeg. Shotgun, Jones. Pumps once, swings it out, and Roberts couldn't get to it. A desperation move for Charles Roberts from Kahari Jones, and it was behind him.
Defensively for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, solid front four. Belly, Scott, Joe Mumford, who's back in his old form, and Tim Cheatwood, who had 10 sacks a year ago. And then there's the secondary with a whole bunch of R's. Settle's got an R, Battle's got an R, Heath an R, and Renard Cox also with an R. And I'm talking
Shaw has
R
played
for
a little bit.
Rookie.
Yes.
Shaw is the only veteran back
only
there.
One. 3rd down punt for Winnipeg. Geese took it, and there is a flag. Nothing on the return. We'll be back 1st and 10 Hamilton after this.
This is the Mantis Tiller Cultivator. It weighs only 20 pounds, but packs more power than you might have thought possible. The Mantis Tiller digs in at 240 revolutions a minute, and optional attachments handle all kinds of gardening chores. This is a remarkable machine. And here's a remarkable offer. Purchase a Mantis Tiller direct from the factory, use it for a year, and if you don't absolutely love it, send it back and we'll refund your money.
For free information, call 1-800-282-0023.
No yards called against Winnipeg's Terry Ray. So the Tiger Cats begin at the 51 with a 1st down. DJ Flick to the near side. McManus shotgun. This is Troy Davis for a couple is all. Claude Vega's down there on the Ticat sideline.
Well, guys, amongst the 20 new or so faces for the Tiger Cats this season are wideouts Demetrius Breedlove and DJ Flick, whom new head coach Greg Marshall says he is very high on both of them. Flick possesses the breakaway speed. Breedlove at 6'4" is a big play player. And he told me before the game, without sounding too cocky, that with a 40-inch vertical, he can go get them with the best of them and can probably outjump anybody in the stadium. The question is, does that include the Blue Bombers guys?
Well, in between them last week, 3 touchdowns, Claude.
40-inch vertical.
Whoa, almost picked up. Rylan Wickman went high, got one hand on it, couldn't tip it down into his other.
Great athlete at the middle linebacker spot, Rylan Wickman, but he doesn't have the 40-inch vertical.
No,
that was about 35. He needed that extra 5 to climb the ladder, because if you have a 40-inch vertical, you're jumping. You're not just jumping over player, you're jumping out of the stadium. I mean, that just to keep perspective.
Hamilton number 5. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
40-inch vertical is impressive. Wickman was very close. He needed a couple more inches on his vertical. He's going to drop out of there. Be right in the middle, 55 to the left of your screen. Sees it late, gets up there, tries to tip it back to himself, and just loses the handle.
Well, it's tough to have a huge vertical when you're 5'10", playing in the middle, too.
That's true.
Won't get it away. Big-time trouble for the Tiger Cats. The charge was on, and that was Neil McKinley coming in.
John, a couple plays in a row now, and they're starting to creep back here. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers grab some of that momentum back. Maurice Kelly with the blocked field goal. That starts it on Curry. Then they come down, almost have an interception, and now it's Neil McKinley who comes in there.
And it's Curry again.
Well, there was too much pressure from the outside. Charles Roberts could have blocked it. You look over here, here's McKinley. Charles Roberts almost has it off the edge on the opposite side, and Curry had no choice but to pull it down.
First turnover of the game goes to the Bombers. Let's see what they can do. Charles Roberts reverses his field. And Roberts is outside the 22-yard line. It'll be 11 yards and a first down for the Bombers.
Well, Charles Roberts just needs more touches. And what I mean, he just needs to see the football more than he did in game 1. Last week versus the Ottawa Renegades, 12 times he touched the ball. That's just not enough for Charles Roberts, who has all that ability.
So Kahari Jones had the Bombers in scoring position several times last week, and they came up without touchdowns and settled for field goals. That's Roberts again. Talking about getting his hands on the football a little bit more. Just 12 times last week, 8 carries and 4 receptions.
I mean, definitely I would like to touch the ball more, man, but I just want to win the game. Keep Coach Ritchie happy, and if me getting the ball means more means he'll be happy, I'll go for it.
And Coach Ritchie was not happy this week. 2nd and 5. Kahari Jones has an open target. Touchdown possibility here. Down inside the 5. Keith Stokes, and they add him as a 6th receiver at times, and you add Stokes with his speed to Charles Roberts.
You mentioned, John, that Coach Ritchie wasn't happy and showed it this week with his entire team. Usually during the week, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers will have one day in full gear with the pads on. This week they went 3. And it's just a little message to the players.
A 19-yard gain. So after the turnover, the Bombers are threatening here with a 1st and goal to go at the 4. Roberts, touchdown.
Boy. Well blocked. Wow.
Untouched. Charles Roberts is into the end zone. First touchdown of the season. 8 carries for 31 yards last week. He's already made an impact here tonight.
Well blocked at the point of attack. Just tremendous hole for Charles Roberts. Look at this. Mo Elowanibi turns the corner from the center position. Dave Mudge with the kick out, and Dan Getvey in there. And Charles Roberts still hasn't had anyone touch him,
except his teammates congratulating him.
Wow, that's come back. Now it starts with Maurice Kelly blocking a field goal by the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
And Curry had to be thinking about it the next time he got his opportunity in a punting situation. Interesting drive, untouched into the end zone, and it's a 1-point game as Charles.
There's a brand new way to be the life of the party. Introducing PartyPoker.com, the world's largest online poker room. It's easy, safe, and free to play. PartyPoker.com has all your favorite poker games: Texas Hold'em, Omaha High, and 7-card stud. Learn to play like a pro, then test your skill against players from around the world. Woohoo! If you can check your email, you can play at PartyPoker.com. Register today at the world's largest online poker room and join the party.
Attention men and women suffering from hair loss. Now, with Avocor, a world leader in hair regrowth, you don't have to be bald, even if you have a family history of hair loss.
The main reason for thinning hair and baldness is hereditary hair loss. Just because there is a family history of hair loss doesn't mean you have to suffer. Avocor is specially formulated to reverse hereditary hair loss and regrow new healthy hair. Our formula targets the hair follicle to effectively stop hair loss and stimulate new hair growth. Before you consider expensive transplant surgery, remember, Avocor is FDA approved to regrow new healthy hair for men and women. Unless you take action right away, the problem is likely to get worse.
With Avicor's new formula, go from this to this on the first application. Just look at the difference. Call 800-332-4705 for doctor-recommended Avicor. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 800-332-4705. That's 800-332-4705.
Charles Roberts has the Blue Bomber touchdown. Let's bring in Todd Lewis at the Winnipeg bench.
Well, it's only week 2 of the CFL season, but plenty of pressure on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. There were expectations of a Grey Cup appearance, then a loss in week 1 to the Ottawa Renegades. Down early to the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They seem to have survived that pressure and are bouncing back now. Plenty of pressure on Coach Dave Ritchie this season as well.
Which is really quite amazing when you consider that he's got all this pressure on him, and it's only week 2. I don't think I've ever seen that in my time in the Canadian Football League, which is about 21 years now, direct involvement. I have never seen a coach be under this much pressure after week 1.
Well, they expect big things from this Winnipeg Blue Bomber football team, and when you look at last year, the Bombers begin the season 4 wins, no losses, and they have all the talent, and they haven't made it all the way to a championship in 5 seasons under Dave Ritchie. Here are the Tiger Cats trying to respond. McManus with time, and he one-hopped it out to the far side.
Well, and the Bombers, John, have survived that wave. You know, the Ticats came out firing in all cylinders, and then they got the great block. Watch Dave Mudge kick out right here and take Tim Cheatwood right out of the play, and then Dan Getfe and Mo Elwanibi seal the inside. Wow, that is tremendous blocking up front from an offensive line that's come back, and Dave Mudge has come back from that knee injury. What a great block on Cheatwood there.
Blue Bombers were a little concerned about the offensive line. Not so there. That completed the touchdown drive. Nice little screen pass. Here's Radlin. Tough to bring down once he gets ahead of steam. Julian Radlin out of UBC.
Danny McManus takes the hit here and holds the ball for 1 more second to make this play successful. McManus right here. Now watch as he hesitates just a second because Radlin had not snuck out yet. He holds it just for that extra second, takes the hit, gets thrown down by Canada. If he doesn't hold on to this ball, Radlin's not ready to receive the screen pass.
32-yard gain, huge play for the Tiger Cats.
Well, that could be a fumble.
Loose ball, it was a lateral, and Eric Carter is on it. The Bombers say they have it.
Wow.
They have recovered it.
John, it was right in our eye line. I think that was a lateral. That looked like it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Remember, any ball thrown behind the line is considered a lateral and therefore a fumble if it's not caught.
Troy Davis was the intended receiver and didn't go after.
Oh, they're saying no.
This is incomplete. Second down.
They're saying no. Wow.
I hope we have a good look.
Well, you know, they have the better angle. I mean, they have a sideline judge who is right on the line of scrimmage. We are about 5 yards off, but let's just take a quick look here. Here comes Radlin out of the backfield. Now he's standing right about this yard line. Now where does that ball bounce?
McManus throws it from the 52.
That bounces. Well, yeah, you got to see where he actually released the football.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, Ticats. McManus stands in, looks deep, picked out.
Well, they got it there.
Cedric Dickerson has the interception. Nice play on that.
Well, the Bombers were arguing vehemently about the fact that they thought that was a lateral, and now because of that Dickerson interception, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing they lost out of the exchange was field position. Here's the interception. Danny McManus, that will look like just fluttered a little bit because
little wobble there.
Craig Yeast was in behind coverage right there. So he got inside behind Dickerson, but Dickerson never quit.
Well, Dickerson makes a play. He goes high and brings it down. First CFL interception for Cedric Dickerson. Blue Bombers beginning at the 18, first down. A little low.
You know, we talked about John, that great block by Dave Mudge on the Charles Roberts touchdown, and he's going to have his hands full tonight. I mean, he is in a battle either with Tim Cheatwood, 10 sacks last year, or Joe Mumford, who's come back in tremendous shape, coming off a bad year for Mumford with just 6 sacks. And this is a guy who's used to upwards of 20 sacks, and he's going to be head-to-head with one of those two all game long coming off that knee injury. So we'll see if the former All-Star and Dave Mudge's knee will hold up tonight.
Blue Bombers, 2nd and 10. Harry Jones, no one home. Penalty flag. Yeah, and it might be against the charge of the Tiger Cats and the Blue Bomber quarterback.
See, Dave Mudge on this play was going to let Joe Mumford go free because they were trying to set up the screen pass.
Major foul. Roughing the passer. Hamilton, 78. First down.
Belly's going to get the call. Mumford was involved as well off the edge. The spacing and the separation. Watch Mumford here. He's going to be let free off the edge by Dave Mudge. Dave Mudge lets him go there. Now Mudge tries to come out and get in the screen area and try and get a block. That's not going to work. Here comes Mumford off the corner. He dives. Belly already has Kahari Jones wrapped up. He gets the call. The penalty didn't have a chance to work anyway.
So the Bombers get a first down out of that. Just inside the 35. Kahari Jones to the far side, and it looked like it hopped. And Robert Gordon tried to sell it.
Robert Gordon could sell snow to a snowman.
Yeah, he played it like a shortstop.
He didn't even hesitate. He just said, hey, no, that was a clean catch. Took off running. Went about 30 yards.
Even Dave Ritchie has to smile at that. He told me once, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
You're not cheating, you're not trying. Bobby Juris and I would say that often, sitting in the Saskatchewan locker room. It's not cheating if you don't get caught either.
Langford is there, 2nd sack of the season for Big Joe.
They talked about that matchup. Joe Mumford on Dave Mudge, 2 All-Stars going head-to-head. And again, here they are right down here. 2 great players in the Canadian Football League. 6-year star Dave Mudge and Joe Mumford. But look at the quickness. Mudge trying to open up that stance and get in position, and Mumford is already with the right arm rip move underneath and has leverage on Dave Mudge and gets to the quarterback.
3rd down, and the Bombers kick it away. Rolling for Craig Yeast. And he draws penalty markers, stepping out near the 42.
111 career sacks.
I told you, don't put him in the radar. Just let him dance on. It's all day. You know they can't guard it. What you think, I got sorry in 2 years? You must have forgot.
Well, no, we knew you didn't get sorry in 2 years. He had a couple of off years.
Well, he had
Joe Mumford standards.
By Joe Mumford standards, that year in Toronto was a lost season.
And that's what we're talking about. 21, 26, 2019. That's the bar that he set. So when you look at 9-6, you think, well, what happened to Joe Mumford? But 9-6 is not a bad year, really.
Not by Mumford standards.
Not by Mumford. And by Mumford standards, not good. So he looks like he's back.
First down, Troy Davis. Not much there.
You know, Danny McManus, to start this season, talk about guys who look like they're back in form. 6 big plays, over 30 yards already this season. 2 over 70 to DJ Flick. There's 1 to Breedlove, 2 to Yeast over 60, 1 to Amerson over 45. That's his game 1 stats, 4 touchdown passes. Talk about a guy who's making a quick comeback here.
And pretty happy about it, obviously. McManus over the middle, tipped and intercepted. Joe Morgan on the return for the Bombers. And this ended up in his hands. A little bit of a gift, tipped twice. And Morgan comes up with his 2nd interception.
Well, you know, when your quarterback throws it a tad high, the worst case scenario for the offense is that the ball is tipped upwards by the receiver. I mean, most quarterbacks would probably go in there and say, at the very least, if you can, just knock it down if you can't catch it, because if it's tipped up, the defensive backs are just too quick at this level. They're going to get to the football. Archie Amerson had both hands on that ball. Tough catch, but he had both hands on it.
Couple of interceptions. The Bombers scored on their first turnover. This drive begins at the Ticat 41. Kahari Jones stands in, open target far side. That's Stiegel. Milt Stiegel's first catch. And the moves after catch, part of Stiegel's trademark in Canadian football. So the Bombers are on a roll on the final play of the lead.
Brought to you by Reebok, the only brand that hangs in every CFL locker.
1-point ball game. I'm still a little shaken up after Joe Montford yelling at us. That's
I think
scary.
he's yelling at you. It wasn't yelling at me.
Well,
I hope not.
It was an adrenaline All I know rush. Is it's scary. I don't want Joe yelling at me. Anyhow, what we were looking for right out of the gate of this game was how Hamilton would start after a big win last week in BC, big crowd at home, and while things have gone south, they did have a great start.
Yeah, David, exactly. And I just want to do a little chalk talk here and break down Craig Yeast's big play, 68-yard catch and run, and show you how you can take a 4-yard play and turn it into something a whole lot longer. Okay, so what we've got here is it all begins with Craig Yeast running just a little 4-yard under. But what's important is Mike Moriali running the cross pattern and throwing the pick. We're going to roll it forward here, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. Here comes Mike Moriali from the left of your screen, and he sees Marcel Smith, and there comes the pick. Here's something else you'll notice. 1, 2, 3 Winnipeg Blue Bombers all caught up in the middle. You want to know why this is a 4-yard pass that converts into a 60-yard catch and run? Because too many guys clogging up the middle, and as a result, there was no one to chase Yeast down the sideline. Schultze.
Hey, great start by Hamilton, but credit Winnipeg for coming back. Those 2 interceptions, absolutely critical. Blocked field goal, that was great, but we got to know that punt that was mishandled by Jason Curry, not his fault, because that snap has to come directly back 2 yards to his right. Winnipeg had a block coming from their left. He had no choice but to eat the football. But I'll tell you one thing I'm tired of is penalties.
Already?
I am. Too many penalties.
There's been lots of them.
There have been too many penalties. Let the guys play.
Well, there was another roughing the passer called tonight. There's been an average
There's something about the rush from the passer I'm not sure about.
Well, there's been an average of 27 penalties called per game so far. We're only not even through week 2 yet. And there was 34 last night in a penalty field game between Toronto and Ottawa. We'll see.
You got to call them if you see them, but...
It's 8-7, and we'll take it back to Ivor Wynne Stadium here against John and Glenn.
Back at Ivor Wynne in Hamilton, a look at the numbers through quarter 1.
Well, offensively, Hamilton came out firing on all cylinders. They took the time of possession by a couple minutes and 145 passing yards, a couple big plays. One to Archie Amerson, that dump pass you just saw again to Craig Yeast. Winnipeg bounced back, and it's just a 1-point game, but this crowd has been entertained after a quarter of football in a big way here. The new look Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Well, a win in week 1, trying to make it 2 in a row, but the Bombers will give them all they can handle in this one tonight. Roberts reverses his field. Looks for a block and got one from his quarterback. Flags are everywhere now. Jason Lamar finally got to the speedster.
Well, everybody was throwing blocks, and they not only threw one, they had to throw 3 or 4 because Roberts just kept reversing his field. Even Kahari Jones got into the act. He came out to the outside and actually had to try and block Johnny Scott. And that's a matchup that Kahari Jones does not want to get into very often. Tried to cut him, and Scott jumped over him.
57.
And Johnny
Illegal
Scott.
block. Winnipeg 57. Penalties decline. Second down.
Watch Scott. Okay, he's blocked by Getfay initially. Then he turns back. Roberts come back. Here comes Kahari to the left of your screen. He cut down Johnny Scott there. Now there's another block by Keith Stokes. He had to make 2 or 3 on the play. He must be exhausted after that 5-yard loss.
Jason Lamar ended it there. Second and a bunch for Kahari Jones and the Bombers. He has time. He has a target. Somebody went the wrong way. Picked off in the end zone by Wayne Shaw. And Shaw goes down with nowhere to go after that. So the Tiger Cats get one back. Little turnover here. Wayne Shaw playing center field. This was an easy pickup.
Introducing Summer Takeoff. Stay at any AmeriSuites or Wellesley Ensign Suites and receive $100 off any airline ticket anytime. So check in and take off. For details, visit summertakeoff.com.
Every Tuesday and Wednesday, Mets baseball is on MSG. Catch all the amazing action live from Cincinnati against Ken Griffey Jr. and the Reds. Mets, Reds, Tuesday night at 7, only on MSG. Mets Tuesdays and Wednesdays are presented by Nextel.
Go, 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 go.
Love to watch TV?
Yeah!
And talk?
Instead of the meat, is they're putting in tofu? Does that sound like it could be good, Mom? She's reunited with her mother.
Get Verizon Freedom, now with DirecTV service, unlimited calling plus DSL. So you can talk and surf at the same time.
I'm going to send you a streaming video of my golf swing. Been waiting all week. It's Brock and Gretel's wedding.
With access to over 225 digital quality channels, you'll have plenty to say. And you'll enjoy DSL at its lowest price when it's part of this package.
I know you only marinated for 3 hours, Grandma, but this is how they're showing it on TV. Calling about the cable knit sweater?
Call 1-888-448-9018 for more TV, more talk, and more internet.
No, you can't fall in love with him. He's cheating on you. I think we're going to get a cat.
That's 1-888-448-9018 to get it all together from Verizon and save over $370.
This is great. We can do it from the comfort of our living room without even changing out of our office wear.
That'll give you something to talk about.
Verizon.
Sunday from McMahon in Calgary. It's the Alouettes and the Stampeders. A little peek at Matt Dunnigan's unbeaten Stampeders.
Yeah, good for Matt Dunnigan. And
against the unbeaten Alouettes.
And Matt will join us tonight at halftime. He'll be on with the panel from Calgary.
Dave Ritchie was on last night with the panel. After the turnover, McManus connects on the far side with Breedlove.
You know, Greg Marshall and his first win, what a win it was, not just for this franchise, but for Greg Marshall personally. You know, some people think that, you know, it's this glory position to move into the pro ranks and take a head coaching job coming out of McMaster and the success he had there. It's actually a big risk as well. I mean, that's a great job he had at McMaster with a lot of security and a great successful record. And he took a chance to move on to Hamilton. Of course, it's a dream of his to coach this team, but it also is a risk.
TJ Flick near side. It's Amerson the target. And they say it came off the turf. Well, we saw very feisty Greg Marshall last week in his CFL debut on the sidelines.
Well, and it's great to see. I mean, he has been absolutely outstanding with everybody. He shows great intensity. A football man that spends every minute of his day trying to figure out different ways to win. Knows the game inside and out.
And we saw every emotion in week one, didn't we?
And he's showing great enthusiasm and intensity, and it's been very refreshing, him along with Matt Dunnigan in Calgary, to have some young and new faces.
McManus has his target. Breedlove again. Huge play for the Tiger Cats.
And Greg Marshall's going to love this catch for a couple of reasons. Down the sideline, straight go route from Demetrius Breedlove. Nothing real fancy about it, but the reason it's a tough catch is he has to go up to get it, and he's looking straight back into that sun, which is coming off the corner of Ivor Wynne, right in the face of Demetrius Breedlove. So he had to fight the sun, the defender, and the ball, and he brought it down.
A 25-yard gain. 4 catches for Breedlove and 106 yards in his debut last week. There's early movement. Troy Davis for a couple. Met by the right side of that Blue Bomber defensive front.
Tom Canada jumped offside for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Just a question as to whether or not he was drawn by some movement in the offensive line. Coaching staff believe that Tom Canada is going to be a keeper for quite a while. He's come and had a great training camp. He was surfing last year.
Winnipeg 44, still first down.
And had his agent send some tapes up, and Brendan Tamlin, general manager of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, feels Tom Canada reminds him a little of Bobby Jurison, Saskatchewan Roughriders, and that is as high praise as it can get.
He was pretty excited when he got to Winnipeg and found out the stadium had been named after him.
so to speak.
And at Inns Stadium. Nice play action fake. First and 5. McManus. Oh! Just missed. Amerson was his target.
Well, Danny McManus had lots of time, and he's had time in this game to complete some big passes. That one to Craig East, the one earlier to Archie Amerson. And in there, I mean, you can count the steamboats. He has a bunch of them. Shotgun formation. Julian Radlin's going to stay in and help out. See, he helps up on Doug Brown, cuts Doug Brown, and that allows nice throwing lane and lots of time for Danny McManus in the pocket.
This is 2nd and 5, Tiger Cats. Leading the Blue Bombers 8-7. Shotgun McManus, open target, far side. And Morreale has his first catch of the night. Mike Morreale reads the defenses very, very well.
And just the importance away from the ball, John. We talked about Danny McManus' time in the pocket. Well, this is the beauty of a quality fullback for you. Watch Julian Radlin here. We saw him last play. This time he's going to come over and pick up pressure from the opposite side of the formation. Again, a quality fullback helping his quarterback. That's the direction Danny McManus wanted to throw the ball. Without that Julian Radlin block, he may not have that passing lane.
Morreale just enough for a first down. Ticats now at the Bomber 38. Slanting in. He couldn't hang on. DJ Flick.
Yeah, DJ Flick couldn't catch that one, but again, Radlin picking up the man that he had to. That time the Winnipeg Blue Bombers wanted to blitz Terry Ray, and Julian Radlin, watch how he steps up and picks him up nicely with a cut block right in there. See Terry Ray trying to come on the blitz, and Radlin takes him out. If your fullback picks the wrong guy on a blitz formation, your quarterback not only can't get the ball off, he may be on the stretcher.
He was wrapped up there, but the fullback saved it for McManus there. 2nd and 10. And McManus rolling, and that isn't always very effective. Archie Amerson was the intended receiver.
Doesn't throw on the run a bunch, but Julian Radlin allows Danny McManus the opportunity to throw the football.
I got the ball.
Because watch how Julian Radlin will come and get this reach block, this hook block right on Canada. See Tom Canada, he turns his shoulders inside and sets him up for his teammate Troy Davis. That gives Danny McManus the corner. Now, Danny McManus hasn't thrown on the run very much in his career, and that one fell a little short. But that's 3 perfect blocks from Julian Radlin to help his quarterback.
Not noted as a rollout quarterback in 15 CFL seasons. Jason Curry is in. His first was blocked. And this is ugly too. He'll take it out. Look to pause for a moment. Has room to the near side. Keith Stokes still on his feet. What a return for Stokes. Caught from behind. Breaks away. Radlin. Wow. Make the tackle, and finally it is Jason Curry over to stop the return of Keith Stokes. It was almost brilliant all the way to the Tiger Cat end zone.
Losing someone you love to a terminal illness hits close to home for too many of us. I'm Matthew Modine. I lost my father to pancreatic cancer. I'm going to work hard to find a cure, and you can help. Join us on Sunday, July 25th for the Pancreatic Cancer Walk at Old Westbury Gardens. For more information or to register, contact the Lust Garden Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research at 877-972-7373. Together, we can work to find a cure.
It's the passionate music of the gypsies called a rumba flamenca. And nobody does it better than Gypsy Kings. See them live July 26th at Radio City Music Hall. Gypsy Kings playing their flamenco classics, plus songs from their new album, Roots. Tickets on sale now. All Ticketmaster outlets. Charge by phone or at Radio City Music Hall box office. Don't miss Gypsy Kings live in concert. Presented by Radio City Entertainment.
In New York, fans demand the best, and Fox Sports Net delivers with New York Mets baseball. Geico Mets on Deck leads off each game with 30 minutes of updates, stats, and analysis, so you're as ready for the action as the players themselves. When it's game time, we got it all covered. Every pitch, every swing, every angle. You'll feel like you're at the ballpark as the finest production crew in the game serves up the excitement. Then wrap it all up with highlights, interviews, and game analysis on the New York Stock Exchange postgame show. Mets fans get it all on Fox Sports Net.
Stop at these places. Stop at this place. Right now, all Monroe brake pads are buy one set, get another at half price. Canadian Tire. Let's get started.
John Wells and Glenn Suter back here at Ivor Wynne in Hamilton. Only 15 points on the board, but we've seen some big plays.
Oh, we have. It's been an exciting game so far. And a close one.
8-7. Ticats hanging on to a 1-point lead. Bombers in great shape here for the first down near the 40. And that was set up on a great return by Keith Stokes.
Yeah, let's go back and take one more look at Stokes' return because he had a couple of key blocks that allowed him to get outside. Okay, go ahead and run it. Stokes picks it up in the end zone, takes a peek, and then takes it out. He's going to get a couple of blocks along the way. Here comes one to the outside. Dave Hack, Marcus Smith has lined him up. He's got him right there. Big block. Keep it rolling. Here he comes to the outside. Now he's got Eric Carter leading him on Ben Sankey, the holder. Nice block there on Carter. If not for a pretty athletic move by Jason Curry, Stokes is in the end zone.
72 yards, and now the Bombers have taken a penalty. Unnecessary roughness. Mo Elwanibi. And that takes the Bombers back across midfield.
And takes some momentum out of their sails after that nice Stokes return.
This is 2nd and 24 facing Jones and the Bombers here.
Penalty's not a problem for the Bombers a week ago. They were the best in the league in the penalty department. And the penalty totals, as Dave Randorf told you, were high after week 1. And they had just 85 yards of penalties, just 6 of them, which was best in the league. So not a problem there, but a problem right now for Dave Ritchie because it's a tough situation for Kahari Jones.
Particularly after the huge return, momentum shifted again. They'll call it 2nd and 23 right from midfield. Charles Roberts, a little drop. Sniffed out by the Tiger Cats. He's going nowhere.
Well, and this is just try and make sure you control the game. You don't have to try and force anything down the field. A little running play to Charles Roberts to just sort of cut your losses.
Bernard Cox has him by the shirt tail here.
Yeah, this is just cut your losses if you're the Winnipeg offense. I know there's a lot of Bomber fans saying, hey, 23 yards, that play's not going to get you 23 yards. Sometimes punting the football is not necessarily a negative.
John Ryan towers this one, and penalty markers do fly on the return for the Tiger Cats by DJ Flick.
Hi, I'm Beth with more terrific news from Matrix Direct. Now we offer more choices from more life insurance companies than ever before, with some of the lowest rates anywhere. A 40-year-old man can get $250,000 coverage for less than $13 a month. This is insurance you can depend on from top quality companies like these. The call is free, the quote is free. So call now and get great coverage at a great rate from Matrix Direct.
Call 1-800-245-6915 now. If you're tired of messy brush piles cluttering your property, here's a fast, easy, and truly effective solution. The professional powered DR Chipper. It works like a giant outdoor food processor. Just feed in brush, branches, even tree limbs and saplings up to 4.5 inches thick, and out comes valuable wood chip mulch, perfect for use around trees, shrubs, and plantings. The DR has big, easy rolling wheels, powerful manual and electric starting engines, and proven industrial strength design. So if you're worried about dangerous burning or frustrated by undersized, underpowered equipment, call now for complete details about the amazing DR Chipper. Try out a DR for 6 months risk-free and get free shipping now for a limited time. Call 1-800-850-3900. That's 1-800-850-3900. Online at drchipper.com.
DR is professional power for homeowners.
Tonight, tomorrow from Raleigh, North Carolina, the NHL Entry Draft 2004. Washington Capitals have the first pick. Will they select Alexander Ovechkin or make a deal?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm going to tune into the show to find out that stuff, because that's how it's like the Survive, one of those real life shows when you get a draft going. All the trades that can happen.
That's tomorrow on TSN. McManus can't find anyone on first down. Now, Morreale gets open over the middle. Couple of big catches already for Morreale. Found a little opening, and he has been the go-to guy on a couple of occasions here.
Well, you know, the receiving core has improved dramatically for Danny McManus this year. Paul LaPolice brought in to the left of your screen there. Paul LaPolice is now the receivers coach. Like, every day he deals with just that group. He helps out with the coordination of the offense, but he is strictly in charge of making sure all the receivers know their assignments. Big difference from a year ago for Danny McManus.
Didn't work that time. Breedlove was the intended receiver. 4 touchdown tosses for Danny McManus in week 1. The first went to DJ Flick.
And the timing was perfect down the sideline. Talked about all Danny McManus's big plays.
Here's Breedlove.
6 so far to start this season. We're not even 2 games fully into it. There's Craig East.
68 yards there, and another long 75-yarder.
That's just a nice battle. DJ Flick.
And DJ Flick has 2. That's last week. McManus stands in, goes deep, far side. Coverage was a little too tight on Breedlove.
Going after Marcus Smith. That time Marcus Smith comes up with the play. Remember, Breedlove on about that very same place on the football field fought the son and Marcus Smith and came down with the ball. And Danny McManus going right at the rookie. Remember, the BC Lions, Dante Marsh, who ironically also wears 31 for the Lions, in his first game on the corner, had his problems out there in game 1. Danny McManus went after him, and Marcus Smith makes a play there for the Bombers.
He made the play. Keith Stokes is back, standing near the Blue Bomber 31. Low kick, 1 hop. Stokes spins, and he stops at about the 49. 6 on the return.
Our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-910-8635 now.
Blue Bombers first down. Winnipeg 49, and it's whistled down in a hurry. The faces of football on Friday night from Hamilton. Kahari Jones, Dave Ritchie.
Procedure.
Greg Marshall.
Winnipeg 54. Still first down.
Matt Sheridan moved well before the snap, so therefore they just blew that one dead before it even started.
It'll be 1st and 15 as the Bombers are moved back inside the 45. 2 receivers for Jones to the near side. He looks to the far side of the field. Open target over there. Robert Gordon makes the catch. The offensive coordinator for the Blue Bombers used to sit just down the hallway here for a few years.
Well, and it was interesting because R.D. Lancaster, of course, the offensive coordinator with Danny McManus, worked with them for many, many years. And before this game began, they kind of walked over to each other and they were looking at each other and almost ready to talk about play selection and what should happen.
What are we doing on first down?
No, you guys you can't do that anymore. You're on different sides now.
On first down, they've got Roberts again. Tracked him down. It's Joe Montford.
Oh, he looks good. He looks very good. Joe Montford, whatever he did in the offseason is working, Mr. Montford, and stop scaring Dave Randorf when you yell at him. But the bottom line is he's putting a little fear in the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, too. He's been in that backfield a bunch.
One sack tonight already, and he's wrapped up.
Dave will never be the same, after he yelled at him.
Second and a bunch for Kahari and the Bombers. He looks deep. Sideline toss, far side. And Robert Gordon has it. Nice catch there.
We had to concentrate to keep those feet in bounds, and he was exactly 1 yard beyond the first down marker when he turns out. So he has a good field sense, knowing exactly where he needs to be to get that first down, and then the presence of mind to keep his feet in bounds. I mean, remember, in the CFL, you only need 1 foot. He had both.
16 yards. First down, Winnipeg, near side. Catch is made by Marcus Howell, and he's hit immediately. Short of the first down, obviously.
That's a long throw to the wide field for Kahari Jones, but he knows that's where the read is taking him. The defense that Hamilton is playing dictates that he has to throw the ball to that weak spot. But boy, the Ticats secondary closed in a hurry.
Second and 5, Bombers. Trailing the Ticats by 1. Not this time. Kamau Peterson couldn't hang on to that. He got open and couldn't squeeze it. So Troy Westwood will trot onto the field for the Bombers, and the opportunity for the first time to take the lead.
Well, and a good start for Westwood, who began the season 100% in Game 1, even though the Bombers lost to Ottawa.
4 for 4 so far in 2004 for Troy Westwood. Kevin Glenn puts it down, and Westwood puts it through, so the Bombers take the lead on the Hamilton Tiger Cats on a great night for the game here at Ivor Wynne. And here's the new owner of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Bob Young. Thanks for coming by, Bob.
Well, thank you, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
You've met Glenn?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a terrific night for football and a great crowd and a great game.
Obviously very gratifying to see this kind of response for the season opener, but you had a great crowd here in the preseason as well.
We did. And I don't know who organizes the weather, but I owe them a big thank you.
Bob, I heard earlier you were talking about the fact that you wanted to not guarantee wins or blackmail people to come out because of the football team and how it does it. It's all about entertainment, and I thought that was a real refreshing approach.
Yep.
Here's Danny McManus, has Morreale again. Your team has looked quite a bit different than what we watched last year, just in the first 2 games this season.
Well, you just have to watch the intensity of Greg Marshall on the other sideline.
That's fun, isn't it?
When we hired him, everyone said that this was a big risk, and imagine. He's such a quality human being, and if he can't make this thing work, I doubt whether there's a coach on the planet who can make it work. And just watching how well coached these guys are.
Well, it shows all the emotions down there in the sidelines, without question.
Absolutely.
Second and 6, Tiger Cats. McManus won't get it away. They'll call it a fumble. And looks like Hamilton got it back. Tense moment there for you, Bob.
They got it back.
Well, the good news is Greg Marshall teams, just a piece of trivia, are great second half teams. So just pay attention to this one. This is what happened at BC, and it would not surprise me if it happened again tonight.
Yeah, they had a great start. How hands-on are you going to be throughout the process here?
On the football side, not even a little bit. This is why we hired a smart guy like David Sauvé to be president of the club. Between he, Ron Lancaster, and Greg Marshall, they've got the football side. I'm just a fan. Of filling the stadiums, putting people in the top corners of our stands.
That's your responsibility, filling the top corners?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yep. And I've done a pretty good job tonight. What do you think?
I'd say.
It's fantastic.
Tim Horton's sections up there are quite full.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a great crowd. And just spending time in the city today, the buzz is out there, too. Everyone's talking football, and they're proud of the organization. It's coming back, and I guess professionalism and the way you approach it is the key.
Well, that's exactly it. What thrills us in the front office of the Ticats is that the whole community of Hamilton and the Ticat fans across the country are responding to what we hoped they would. They get it. Which is that if you strive for excellence, if you respect your fans, and if you do everything at the highest possible standard, it does good things for your organization. And the neat thing is the fans love it.
Thanks very much for coming.
It's a great pleasure to be on your show. Thanks for the good job you guys do.
The faces of football at Ivor Wynne Stadium, including the new owner of the Tiger Cats, Bob Young.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hiya! Those cats were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico.
Everybody was kung fu
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
There's a place in Cooperstown, New York, where memories come to life.
It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
That's it. Number 7 is in the books. The remarkable Ryan has done it again.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Where moments become memories. The Baseball Hall of Fame at Cooperstown.
MSG Network takes great pride in doing all it can for New York's most important fans. MSG's Cheering for Children program recently paid a visit to the Lifeline Center in Queens Village and helped build a brand new playground from scratch.
Putting this playground together for us is a great gift for us. And thanks for all the help from MSG and all the volunteers over here. This is a great playground for them.
MSG's Cheering for Children will help build 9 more area playgrounds by the end of this year. MSG Network. This is our town.
Stokes again, and Stokes barely flies. Curry slows him down by running a little interference over there. And there are penalty markers back near the line of scrimmage.
Stokes in return to Blue Bombers wearing
This may go against the Ticats.
39-yard punt, 37 on the return if it stands.
Keith Stokes has got a little jump in his step tonight.
And they're marching it off against Hamilton.
Julian Radlin had his hand all over the face mask.
Hamilton 33, face mask. First down.
Corey Olenek. And that was the penalty, and they were battling. When the punt and punt return team, it's kind of like a barroom brawl for about 4.5 seconds.
33 on 33 cost the Tiger Cats big yardage and sets the Bombers up inside the 20. First down from there. Roberts around the left side, and the Tiger Cats have read that well. Jamonte Battle was there to make the tackle, number 28.
Other than that one run where Roberts got some great blocks on the touchdown. This Hamilton defense has done a nice job containing Charles Roberts for the most part tonight. Remember, in October of last year, Roberts had 242 combined yards against this football team. Now this is a very different team than last year's Hamilton Tiger Cats.
131 rushing yards in that game. They get him again. And Cheatwood was there as well.
Well, this time they tried to give Mudge a little help on the outside. There's Mumford there, and watch how Charles Roberts is going to sneak up and work with Mudge and try and see if they can contain 5-3. Watch this. Here comes off the edge. Mudge tries for the cut block, and Roberts kind of does, whoa, kind of bounces off him, bounces to the outside, and he can't help a whole bunch.
Couple for Montford tonight. He beat Cheatwood there by a split second. Westwood 1 for 1. Now 2 for 2. He's got a perfect season going so far. Troy Westwood adds to that Blue Bomber lead. It's 13-8.
The Statler Brothers, the most awarded act in country music history, present their farewell concert. Enjoy their biggest hits. Their comedy.
That's a true story.
Their favorite songs they grew up on.
Oh, yes, like a great pretender, pretending that I'm doing well.
And their favorite gospel songs.
And they're proclaiming, my God.
Order on DVD, VHS, or a CD. Call 800-869-3883 to order the Statler Brothers Farewell Concert, the Statler's final concert appearance. Relive the special occasion by calling 800-869-3883 at $6.95 for shipping and handling. Order yours today.
You're looking at a
Has plenty of time, and he is a master at the hurry-up offense.
Decent numbers for the first half, but the percentage is down a little bit. He had a hot start.
Yeah.
With a couple of big plays. 2nd and 10, Tiger Cats. At the 35, McManus stands in and fires. He'll be close to a first down where the ball was caught by Mike Morielli.
You know, and that's Morielli football. You know, he goes back a couple of years now when Morielli was on top of his game, and he looks like he's getting back to that form because he was always counted on for those big 2nd and 10 catches, you know, and the ones over the middle where you got hit hard.
Back from the Argonauts, 4th catch here tonight. And he had a perfect pattern there, just enough for a first down. Clutch catches by Morielli. McManus has Amerson. What a throw. Beautiful throw, and Amerson gets down to the 40 with 1:27 till halftime.
Oh, timing is everything. You don't have much of a window to go in there to Archie Amerson. If you're the quarterback, you have a split second to thread the needle between the linebacker and the outside halfback, and Archie Amerson was right there. The ball was on time.
Another first down for the Tiger Cats. McManus buys time. Yes! Touchdown, Hamilton. Craig Yeast. Superb play. McManus made short work of that drive.
Oh, boy. Lots of time. He's down to minute 18. Danny McManus did that in a hurry.
That's lots of time for Kahari Jones.
Yeah.
It's fun.
He still may have a crack at it before this half is over, but what a drive from Danny McManus. The big throw was the one to Archie Amerson. I can't emphasize enough how difficult it is to have that timing that perfect. You can't defend it as a defensive secondary if the timing is that good.
Jason Curry puts it through. Tiger Cats lead it by 2.
Coming right off the throw to Amerson where the timing was perfect. Now the positioning is perfect with the football. Watch how he just throws it up and over the outside shoulder and going after the rookie, Marcus Smith on the corner.
And that's what Danny McManus told us before the game, that he wouldn't be going after the rookie.
Yeah, we mentioned that to him before the game. Just said to him, Danny, now you kind of went after the rookie in BC on the corner. And he smiled and said, no, I
never do that.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you know he's going to test them out and see if they can hold up out there. Marcus Smith made a play early. Big one there from Craig East.
Big-time catches for Craig Yeast. 3 for 91 yards and a touchdown last week. He has a touchdown here tonight.
Everybody is a rookie at some time in their career. You have to start somewhere, and Greg East went through it last year.
Unfortunately, I'm one of the few who can remember when you were a pup.
Wow. That's amazing to me. Good memory, buddy, because that was a long time ago.
Charles Roberts, let's see what he can do. Ticats have read him well all night long. 12 on the return, and the Bombers begin back near the 35. Great night to be here in Ivor Wynne, and Ticats have a great home season planned, they tell us. The next home game is July 10th against the Argonauts.
Well, for the folks that are watching at home in this area, you should come out and check out this atmosphere, because it is nothing like you've seen in recent history here in Hamilton. It's pretty exciting to be in this building right now, and the Fasco Tiger Vision is outstanding at the far end.
Let's see if the Bombers can respond. Kahari Jones has a minute 10 till halftime, and he has a strike there. Stiegel.
Yeah, you're right. Kahari Jones does have plenty of time to get a drive going here. In minute 7, he'll manage the clock. Both veteran quarterbacks able to do that. Understand the importance of it. Now, what they have to do is, if you get a break where the clock is stopped, Kahari Jones can go into the huddle and call maybe 2 plays.
Well, it was close enough to a first down that they'll measure. Stiegel was very close on a nice pattern there to a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's perfect for the offense. It gives you a chance now
to make those calls,
you
right?
Make a couple calls in the huddle. You can get your strategy. What if we how many yards do we need for field goal range?
Not much.
Stiegel playing in his 125th CFL game here tonight. Perfect pattern. He has the 10-yard gain. Two receivers to the near side for Jones. Wrapped up. He escapes. Takes off for the first time and slides near the 50. Jason Lamar was waiting there.
Pretty good effort for Kahari Jones to just get away from that big loss, because that loss is the only thing that really can end your momentum. If you only get a couple yards, no big deal. But a 5-7 yard loss is a big problem, and Kahari Jones was really caught in the backfield and squirted out of there.
Picked up a couple. This will be 2nd and 8. Hurry up offense for the Bombers. Stokes is in there as one of the wide receivers. He's got Roberts sliding out of the backfield. And Roberts lost the ball. Ticats have it. Renard Cox coming up with a fumble after Roberts popped it up.
Well, it almost looked like Charles Roberts was making so many moves, he just lost the handle. The design of the play is to try and get Charles Roberts out in space so he can go one-on-one on the outside. There's a nice move cutting back, and then he looks like he just lost the hand. They didn't bury that front tip of the football under his arm. It bounces out, and Renard Cox is right there for the one-hopper.
37 seconds till halftime. It's the Tiger Cats by 2. McManus has a chance to add to that total.
You got time for 4 or 5 plays.
This'll work. Breedlove gets Hamilton in field goal range. 30 seconds till the half.
Well, this is zone defense now, and Ricky Bell is the high player, and underneath is Marcus Smith. May look like Marcus Smith gets beat to the left of your screen, the rookie, but that's the side that McManus is attacking. You see Smith 31 in chase, but 20, Ricky Bell was playing the high zone, and he wasn't anywhere near Breedlove on that sideline. Had to come over and slide over and help his corner. Got caught way too far inside.
30-yard gain. 1st and 10 Hamilton. At the 26 of Winnipeg, McManus goes for it all. Yeast, touchdown! Big Yeast again.
It's deep. It's fun to watch, baby. Wow, they are lighting the scoreboard in 2004. 4 touchdown passes for Danny Mack in game 1.
passing yards for McManus in the first half.
476 a game ago. Oh, boy.
Look at Danny McManus and back to last year. 9 touchdown tosses all of last season. That forgettable year in Hamilton football history. Well, they're making him forget all about 2003 with the start so far in 2004.
Couple for Craig Yeast in this game. Another nice pass. Craig Yeast covered quite closely down the sideline by Marcel Smith, the nickelback for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But that ball was in a perfect place. And it is electric in this stadium right now.
We've seen these guys before. They're having a better time now.
Is it the short straw if you're the guy getting pushed around up there? Well, or is it you win the contest?
No, it's definitely the short straw if you're wearing a kilt.
I guess so. Wow.
Well, there's still time for Kahari Jones. 24 seconds on the clock because McManus scored quickly.
Well, that's a big blow to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who had a chance for points of their own. Charles Roberts turns it over. And just like that, the Ticats are on the board again. I mean, going in at halftime, that's a huge blow for this football team to take.
Squib kick. They didn't want to give the Bombers a real good chance at a huge return there from one of the deep threats, like Keith Stokes or Charles Roberts. So it is the Tiger Cats on top by 9. 19 seconds for Kahari Jones, beginning at the Bomber 41. Needs a couple of big plays. And that won't be one of them.
Danny McManus. Wow. 817 yards, 6 touchdowns in 6 quarters of play this season. 6 touchdowns. He threw 9 touchdown passes in 14 starts last year. Remember, he was hurt out of the gate, but 14 starts, 9 touchdown passes all season long. He's at 6 in a game and a half. And having a little bit of fun over there.
Well, and deservedly so. It was a long, long year for all of the Tiger Cats. And I don't think it was worse for anyone than McManus. Because, I mean, he
took it hard. He's the leader of this football team and never, ever gave anybody any excuses. Never, ever pointed a finger at any one of his teammates. Never would. He's not that type of guy. It took a lot of the heat. A lot of people, and the so-called experts, said that his career was over and that they had to go in another direction. Well, I think he's got some news for you. He's not over. He's not done. Not by a long shot.
Flag down on the reception by Keith Stokes. One more play, at least.
You know, the Bombers might as well load up one side of the field. Kahari Jones, well, they're going to get pushed back because of a penalty anyway. I was going to say, if they get the ball at around the 45, you could load up one side of the field and Hail Mary. Every now and then she answers.
Every now and then.
But now they get pushed back.
Sub block. Winnipeg 64. First down repeated.
Couple of penalties against Mo Elawanibi tonight.
Well, now it pushes him. Kahari Jones probably can't get it to the end zone, and the Hamilton Tiger Cats secondary is standing at the 15-yard line and sort of creeping backwards.
Hailing Mary from this distance is not as easy.
Well, it's a long-distance call and probably too long.
Could be the last play. Under the cover, the toss was made. Kahari Jones missed it. Danny McManus has the Tiger Cats on top with 2 touchdown passes. The Bombers had the lead. The Tiger Cats have answered. And that's the score at the half on Wendy's Friday Night Football.
2 touchdowns by the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the last minute and a half of a pretty entertaining first half of football. We don't want to pump up Hamilton too much here, but you know, you go back a season ago, 1-17, and you think, well, they weren't that bad, were they? they were that bad. They were every bit of 1-17, and it's just so great to see them making plays, stretching the field, and executing.
And seeing Danny McManus get some great pass production from his receivers, because the receiver and the quarterback have to see the same thing. Let's take a look at example number 1. Demetrius Breedlove notices that the defender has the back to the quarterback. That allows him to go up and get the ball. That is a taught technique between receiver and quarterback to both identify that body positioning. Now, here's an example. That's a tough catch, because right there, Craig Yeast has to slow down. He has to catch it with 2 hands in open space, and he had total focus from his eyes to his hands to catch that football. 2 examples of how the receivers have supported the quarterback, and that's why, really, Hamilton's doing so well.
Yeah, Schultz said they've been catching the ball
really
well tonight. Now, Hamilton, lots of reasons why these guys are obviously playing better football. You know, 2 reasons. Joe Monfort and Mike Morreale. And I just want to point these guys out because, you know what, despite what you heard Monfort yelling at the screen and whatnot, you know what, he hasn't had a good year the last couple of years. He's been under double digits in sacks. Mike Morreale came into camp 20 pounds lighter. He's been under 500 yards receiving the last 3 years, and yet he has stepped it up tonight, and it's good to see players like this who the Hamilton Tiger Cats need coming through.
Now, remember, of course, Hamilton had things going early, and Winnipeg took momentum away there, and they're a desperate team as well, and this game is far from over. Hey, Matt Dunnigan's coming up on the other side of this commercial break, so stick around.
This day in the Stadler Brothers, the most awarded act in country music history, present their farewell concert. Enjoy their biggest hits.
Flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all.
Their comedy.
That's a true story.
Their favorite songs they grew up on.
Oh, yes, I'm a great pretender, pretending that I'm doing well.
And their favorite gospel songs.
And they're proclaiming, my God.
Order on DVD, VHS, or a CD. Call 800-869-3883 to order the Statler Brothers Farewell Concert, the Stadlers' final concert appearance. Relive the special occasion by calling 800-869-3883 at $6.95 for shipping and handling. Order yours today.
I need 480 tons of plaster.
I need 70 more rolls of paper.
There are nearly 25 million small businesses in the U.S., and all of them have one thing in common. They need things.
We need to get 6 tickets for Tokyo. I need an ultrasound machine.
So we've built the benefits of Open, the small business network, into the American Express Business Gold Card. Call 1-800-NOW-OPEN to apply. There's no preset spending limit, so you can get what your business needs when you need it. Plus big discounts on the things you buy most.
I need a dozen boxes of toner. I need to rent a car every week.
I need to ship 42 glass bowls.
Call now and we'll waive the fee for the first year, a $75 savings. Plus, we can approve you in under 60 seconds.
I need a better way to buy what I need.
The American Express Business Gold Card. Call 1-800-NOW-OPEN for yours.
Better life. 100 horsepower getaway car.
At the Half, brought to you by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL. Wendy's, it's better here.
Welcome back. We're going to wrap up our coverage of week number 2 in the CFL on Sunday. 7 Eastern will take you out to Calgary, where the 1-0 Montreal Alouettes are heading to McMahon Stadium to take on the Calgary Stampeders in their home opener. And coming into action tonight, sitting alone on top of the always difficult Western Division in first place, the Calgary Stampeders. And look who we've got on the line. The head coach and general manager of this unbeaten juggernaut, Mr. Matt Dunnigan. Matt, welcome to our show called Friday Night Football. I'm sure a nice little win under your belt in your first time out. It's pretty good, isn't it?
You got that right, Randorf. Has a lot better than the alternative, certainly.
I tell you, the team worked hard for it, and, but it's short-lived. We've got to move on, and we're focused on Montreal now, Dave.
Yeah, Matt, as nice as that win on the road was in Saskatchewan, it was good, but no doubt about it, you got a stiff test coming in. Montreal is going to try and ruin your party and bring lots of heat, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and we'll try to combat that with some heat of our own and just fly around like they did last week. That's all I'm asking the players to do is fly around, play for 60 minutes, and leave it all on the football field, and so far they've been doing the work in order to get that done, and we'll continue to try to, take that simple approach, and hopefully things will work out.
Now, Matt, speaking of heat, I know this is one you've heard before, but wherever I went in the offseason, people were asking me about you and your move, and given the fact that you took on not one but two jobs in Calgary, and that's a big load for anybody, let alone someone just heading into it. So what have you learned, Matt, I guess, about being a GM mostly, and did you underestimate anything to this point?
Well, first of all, Dave, it's just been an honor, a privilege to be in this situation and to have the opportunity to help turn this franchise around. Ron Rook's been great to work with. He certainly helped me out considerably. But my learning curve is vertical. It's straight up and down, and you just attack each day as hard as you can, and you lay your head down at night, and it's like, pow, somebody shot you, and you're out, and you get up and you do it again. And it's been a tremendous amount of work by this entire coaching staff, our marketing, sales, ticketing, and whatnot, and try to turn this thing around. And we're just going to continue to hit it hard, enjoy where we're at, and try to make this a reality for the Calgary Stampeders to return to glory.
Well, listen, we certainly miss you around here, Matt, but that we also wish you, your team, and your entire staff the best of luck there. And, hey, we'll see you on Sunday when you guys take on the Owls right here on TSN, all right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Now get out of here.
See y'all.
There's Matt Dunnigan looking like the coach.
What happened to our halftime? I mean, when he's here, we never get a chance to talk.
Hey, one thing
and
about
we still don't get a
Matt
chance
Dunnigan,
to talk.
I'll tell you right now.
We are out of time. Sorry, Matt took our time. No, Dunnigan, we got to go to the poll.
He took our time again.
He took your time.
Always taking our time.
The House poll. Hey, who do you think's going to get more wins this season, Greg Marshall or Dunnigan?
He's not coming on the show anymore.
Oh, look at it. Looks like Dunnigan's been online tonight on TSN.ca.
Maddie's off the show. That's it. He's never coming back on.
Family there. All right, we'll be back.
America's favorite home gym is more affordable than ever. Now you can get the all-new Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Call the number on your screen for a free DVD or video and check it out. Bowflex's Power Rod technology delivers results. Powerful arms, defined legs, a stronger chest, and a toned, sexy core. And owning a Bowflex home gym is so affordable. Great results are easy with a new Extreme. All it takes is one simple workout, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, to get in the best shape of your life. The Extreme is built so well that we back it with an unrivaled 7-year warranty. And so effective, it comes with Bowflex's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Through this special offer, you can own one with no money down and just $19 per month. You can't get this Bowflex deal anywhere else. Call us for a free DVD or video, or visit us online and find out how to get your Bowflex for just $19 a month today.
There's a place in Cooperstown, New York, where memories come to life.
It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
That's it. Number 7 is in the books. The remarkable Ryan has done it again.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Where moments become memories. The Baseball Hall of Fame at Cooperstown.
Jock brought to you by Molson Canadian. I am Canadian.
Well, there'd probably be a whole lot more points on the board if it wasn't for these two stats right here. But how about this number right here? Troy Davis is saying, what is going on? When McManus is slinging like that, why not?
Yeah, well, bottom line is the Ticat coach must be happy. He spoke with our Claude Fig.
with Tiger Cats head coach Greg Marshall. Greg, quick strike to start the game, a couple of quick strikes to end it. I'm sure you'd maybe like to change a few things in between, but pretty exciting.
Well, it was really exciting. You know, we did make some mistakes on special teams that we need to correct, but you know, Danny made some great throws at the end, and Craig Yeast went and got the football, and fortunately, you know, our defense has been hanging tough because, you know, they've been playing great, and a great pass rush, you know, all half.
What about this resurrection of Danny McManus? 341 yards passing in the first half. A lot of people had written him off. He looks like he's back to the old Mac.
Well, you know what? We believed in Danny all the time, you know, through the entire offseason. You know, our coaching staff and our players believe in him, and that's what counts the most.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Danny Mac's numbers are way up, and how about Craig Yeast? 3 touchdowns already this season, up from 1 touchdown reception all of last season.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Introducing the best of Farley and Farrell. The ultimate double shot of comedy from Time Life Video. You'll get the best of Chris Farley and the best of Will Ferrell. That's 2 VHS or DVDs bursting with over 50 hilarious routines, all for only $29.99. But that's not all. Call right now with your credit card order and you'll get an incredible bonus volume, the best of Adam Sandler. You'll get all 3 jam-packed DVDs or VHS, and you still pay only $29.99. You'll get the biggest laughs from the biggest stars, plus DVD bonuses, including rehearsal outtakes you didn't see live. You won't find this offer anywhere else.
Call 1-800-992-1331 with your credit card to get the best of Chris Farley, Will Ferrell, and Adam Sandler on DVD or VHS for $29.99 plus shipping and handling.
If you're losing your hair, how would you like a free month supply of Avocor? Huh? That's right. We're giving away an additional 1-month supply of Avocor absolutely free with today's orders. Thousands of people just like you have reversed their hair loss thanks to Avocor.
Why not give us a call and let Avocor regrow your hair the easy way?
Call 800-240-9784. Remember, order today to get an extra month supply for free. That's 800-240-9784.
Totally something else. Totally better than a theme park.
Hit it!
Totally Club Med.
You got it.
Introducing the new Total All-Inclusive Club Med, so you can totally forget your wallet. Call now and escape to the new Club Med with our famous children's clubs. For a totally supervised, totally unsupervised, totally curious, totally sweet, totally waterlogged, totally together, family time. Book now and save up to $300 per person on a total all-inclusive 5 to 7 night stay at Club Med villages in Florida, the Caribbean, Mexico, or the Bahamas. Totally beats last year's vacation.
A special announcement from the Bargain Network. You can buy cars for as low as $500. Choose from thousands of cars repossessed and seized by the U.S. Customs, IRS, FBI, and private organizations.
Call 800-831-6931.
Foreclosed homes and distressed properties are selling for as low as $199 a month. HUDs, VAs, and FHAs, repos, and more.
Through the Bargain Network, I got my dream car, and I saved a lot of money.
New cars and homes are being added every day. For listings in your area, call now.
800-831-6931.
Call now.
Tonight.
Lots for the Tiger Cat fans to cheer about in the opening half. Not quite the same over on the Blue Bombers sideline. Here's Todd Lewis.
Coach, your team seemed to weather the storm right off the start, but you gave up some big plays late. What did you say at halftime?
Oh, we have to come out and play and stop having the penalties that are killing us. And when we have the ball in the red zone, we need to score. The last 2 minutes they scored 14 points, I think. Two long passes. Our defensive front is getting absolutely no pressure, and leaves those DBs out to dry.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
We'll see what the Bombers can do here in the second half. Keith Stokes
Had a nice beginning for Winnipeg, and this is a fine return out around the 45-yard line of 23 yards. Quarterbacks stack up this way, partner.
You know, Kahari Jones didn't play all that badly in the first half, moved the football. But you heard Dave Ritchie talk about the red zone, and Danny McManus just outstanding. I mean, that's on pace for 600-yard game.
McManus, 6 of his last 7 were complete. 2 of those went for touchdowns. And that's the reason the Tiger Cats have the 22-13 lead. First down, Winnipeg, 45. Nice play action. And the Bombers get a good start. Robert Gordon makes the catch.
You look at the first half for Winnipeg, you talked about Dave Ritchie talking about red zone and making sure you punch the ball in the end zone. Too many of those and not enough of those is what he's talking about. 4 trips to the red zone last week, came away with 0 touchdowns. This week he's had 2 trips and had 1 touchdown. So that's what Dave Ritchie's concerned with. That and pressure from his front 4 on defense. We'll watch that when the defense comes on the field.
Robert Gordon picked up 15, first down Winnipeg. Tough running for Charles Roberts inside all night. They've handled him well, haven't they?
Well, 11 touches for Charles Roberts. They started to take him out of the game again. And, you know, when the Winnipeg Blue Bombers get more and more behind on the scoreboard, then they have to push the ball down the field more, which takes Charles Roberts out of the game plan. And that's where the Ticats have got pressure up front. You heard Dave Ritchie say the Bombers haven't on defense. One of the differences tonight so far.
This is 2nd and 9, Winnipeg. Shotgun for Harry Jones, near side. And he'll have another strike and another first down with Robert Gordon.
This is obviously something they picked up at halftime after watching a half of football, to come out here and start working the right side of the field to Robert Gordon and the short side into the boundary, and him working one-on-one on Rodney Heath, who's in his first CFL start on the corner. He played last week at halfback.
6th catch for Robert Gordon tonight, only 1 for 17 yards in the Bombers opener. Winnipeg first down, 40-yard line. Pitch to Roberts. Room to the far side, at least a little more than he's been used to. And Saunders steps up to make the tackle for the Tiger Cats.
Well, Troy Saunders wasn't listed as a starter last week and really kind of earned the right again to get into that starting lineup. Watch his quickness to the outside. There he is right there. He just kind of moves outside of Matt Sheridan, makes sure he has leverage, and cuts right back in, beats the block, and makes the tackle on a guy who's pretty elusive in the open field.
Penalty flag goes down well after the play. And it's against the Tiger Cats.
Objectionable conduct, Hamilton 44. First down.
Jason Lamar in the middle. Bombers with a first down at the Ticat 25. Here's the chance Winnipeg was looking for late in the first half. Jones takes off himself. That was the plan all along, sliding inside the 20 at about the 18.
Well, you spend a half working Charles Roberts to the outside, attacking the perimeter of the defense, and you're doing it to set up this for that one time you need it in a key situation. All game long, they've been giving the ball to Charles Roberts to the outside on the quick pitch or the handoff to that side. This time, a little faking. Pretty good speed from Tim Cheatwood. He gets blocked at the end. He was beat inside cleanly and got back to be part of that play.
Jones picks up 7. This will be 2nd and 3. Blue Bombers deep inside Tiger Cat territory, inside the 20. Winnipeg needs to score here. Tight coverage, not this time. Bill Stiegel was the target, and he drew double.
Took a couple of tries at it. Wayne Shaw came off his man to help out Battle down the middle. And Battle was in a battle with one of the best in the game. Milt Stegall, nothing fancy about it. Just get down the field as quickly as you can. Now Battle's going to read his eyes. Look at Battle looks up in his eyes, and when Stegall reaches up for the football, that's when he reacts, so he doesn't get the pass interference call, gets his hand on the ball. Jamonte Battle with a big play on a perennial all-star.
And the Bombers fizzle in the red zone again.
Yeah.
From the 25, Westwood has a perfect year going. And I ruined that, didn't I?
Way to go.
Ticats on the missed field goal return, thinking about it here. Not this time.
You just fell off the Troy Westwood Christmas card list.
Greg Yeast finally brought down. It's 22-14 now.
In New York, fans demand the best, and Fox Sports Net delivers with New York Mets baseball. Geico Mets on Deck leads off each game with 30 minutes of updates, stats, and analysis, so you're as ready for the action as the players themselves. When it's game time, we got it all covered. Every pitch, every swing, every angle. You'll feel like you're at the ballpark as the finest production crew in the game serves up the excitement. Then wrap it all up with highlights, interviews, and game analysis on the New York Stock Exchange postgame show. Mets fans get it all on Fox Sports Net.
Attention men and women suffering from hair loss. Now, with Avocor, a world leader in hair regrowth, you don't have to be bald, even if you have a family history of hair loss.
The main reason for thinning hair and baldness is hereditary hair loss. Just because there is a family history of hair loss doesn't mean you have to suffer. Avocor is specially formulated to reverse hereditary hair loss and regrow new healthy hair. Our formula targets the hair follicle to effectively stop hair loss and stimulate new hair growth. Before you consider expensive transplant surgery, remember, Avocor is FDA approved to regrow new healthy hair for men and women. Unless you take action right away, the problem is likely to get worse.
With Avocor's new formula, go from this to this on the first application. Just look at the difference. Call 800-332-4705 for doctor-recommended Avocor. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 800-332-4705. That's 800-332-4705.
Tiger Cats have a 22-14 lead on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Welcome back to Ivor Wynne in Hamilton. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football. And a tribute to Paul Osbaldiston for all those great seasons with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Nice emotion for you down on the field here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a great night. You know, I've had such a great time playing football here in my career. I'm ashamed it's over, but life moves on, and see what it brings next.
Here's McManus on first down for the Tiger Cats, turning the corner.
Ozzie,
Troy Davis.
I always felt, because I've known you for a long time, that when you decided that you were done, it would be an immediate thing. You would just decide. Is this your best memory, though, when you look back on your career now? I know I haven't had a lot of time to think about it.
1998 Eastern Final.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, kicking a game-winning field goal at home to go to the Grey Cup when, you know, we were down, and the year before we had such a terrible season. It was so great for our fans here to be able to put that win for them at home.
Here's McManus. Had an open target again. And Greenlove makes another catch. First down, Tiger Cats.
Oh, somehow he got that. What a catch in there. He had some traffic. Morgan over the top. Morgan had some indecision. He looked like he wanted to play the ball. Joe Morgan from the safety spot changed his mind halfway through. Ozzie, not to mention that was a 54-yarder and a kind of a soggy day. And Dave Ritchie was on the sideline. And
you know, poor Dave Ritchie, because I killed him a few times. The playoff game when he was with Ottawa as well, I mean, you know, he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I must have beat him 10 times over my career on game-winning field goals. I don't think I missed one against him.
Well, he's happy to see you're going, I'm guessing.
Well, I wish he was there on every kick I made. You know, I tried.
Tiger Cats with a 25-yard gain on the catch by Greenlove. Troy Davis. Penalty markers are down. The Grey Cups in 86. And again in 99.
You know, and if it wasn't for this guy next to me here, if he had a bad pair of hands and would have bobbled that snap that Ridgway would have made, or, you know, Mark McLaughlin wasn't so good, I probably could have had 4. I mean, one of the hardest things I had to do my whole career was watch, you know, both Grey Cups that I lost. I was standing in the end zone watching 2 great kickers make a clutch kick.
You know, and I will say this, and it was a classy move that Ozzie was in the end zone when Ridgway hit the kick in 89.
Are we going back to 89? This is Ozzie's night.
And just made sure that he got the ball. And it was a classy move by a classy football player for all those years, 18 years. Have you thought about what next?
Well, I'm golfing an awful lot. I'm trying to get Andrew Grigg to get out of his Tim Hortons stores to come golfing with me, and I'm playing a lot. It's just not helping my score.
Nice snap. This is 1st and 20. McManus down the far side, and he wasn't close to Breedlove that time.
It must be great to watch Danny McManus. You've been fortunate here in Hamilton to work with some great teammates, and Danny McManus, one of them. Must be great for you to watch him have a comeback. Couple of games right now, game and a half so far.
There are not words in the dictionary to describe what a great man Danny McManus is, and as good a football player as he is on the field, the greatest football player as he is on the field, he's even a better person off the field, and I am so happy for him and the whole organization, all the players and everybody that the Ticats are playing so well.
McManus looks at 2nd and 20 now. And there was early movement down there. Well, it was nice to see you out at center field tonight. Emotional down there?
Oh, this whole thing, I mean, you know, any football player that retires, you don't want to do it. And, you know, my situation was very, very close to the start of the season. It was a situation where I tried to warm up in a game and just, man, I didn't have it anymore, and I had to walk away. Most players have the whole, you know, off-season to come to terms with it. I haven't even come close yet.
You look like a rock star taking the bows down there.
Well, and the entire crowd was chanting Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. It must be pretty cool.
It's outstanding. They've always been so good to me here. I've been very, very lucky in my career.
Against the Tiger Cats again, 2nd and too many to count for McManus here. Oh boy! Oh, they bobbled the exchange.
Ozzy, tremendous 18-year career, buddy. It was a pleasure working with you all this time. Good luck in the future.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And thanks to all the CFL fans out there. They're always good to me.
Nice run from Paul Osbaldiston, who says goodbye this year.
There's a brand new way to be the life of the party. Introducing PartyPoker.com, the world's largest online poker room. It's easy, safe, and free to play. PartyPoker.com has all your favorite poker games, Texas Hold'em, Omaha High, and 7 Cards Stud. Learn to play like a pro, then test your skill against players from around the world. Woohoo! If you can check your email, you can play at PartyPoker.com. Register today at the world's largest online poker room and join the party.
There are 3 things you can count on in life: death, taxes, and cable rate increases. Thousands of Americans each day have realized that rising cable rates and poor service are not their only choice. People are switching to DirecTV. Switching from cable has never been easier, especially now that you can get a 4-room system for free. With the DirecTV Total Choice Plus with local channels programming package, you get over 130 channels of your favorite programming with true digital quality picture and sound. And best of all, you get your favorite local channels too. DirecTV also offers premium programming from HBO, Starz, Showtime, Cinemax, plus Sports Pack. Plus up to 55 pay-per-view choices a day. Plus you get your choice of the best sports programming available, including NFL Sunday Ticket, exclusively from DirecTV. Your choice has never been easier. Call now to order your DirecTV system for up to 4 rooms for free. That's a $299 value. And your standard professional installation is always included. Call now.
Long way to go, but it's never too early to start thinking about the Rogers Player of the Game. Cast your votes in the 4th quarter, and one early nominee would be Danny McManus.
If the game ended right now, it would be the first complete sweep in the history of the Rogers Player of the Game. It'd be 100% for H14. But the game doesn't end right now.
No, and the door opens here a little bit on the fumble and the turnover for the 4th time by the Tiger Cats. Winnipeg in good shape here, taking over on the fumble by Radlin. 1st and 10 at the Tiger Cat 50. The counteraction of Montford was there, waiting for Charles Roberts.
Montford's having a game. Let's go back to that turnover. Julian Radlin. Now, when you see the exchange, he's just going to cut in front, basically a delayed draw to the right side of the formation from Danny McManus, and it looks like the ball, if anything, was maybe a bit high, but Julian Radlin had to keep his eyes down the field because Brown was bearing down on him, and he ends up with the recovery.
Doug Brown with the 4th turnover and the fumble recovery Bombers look at 2nd and 9. Shotgun. Kahari. Jones steps up, runs for the 3rd time, and he'll come up a little shy there. They're in Westwood territory.
Yeah, Mumford is really having a game. I mean, the reason that the Bombers are once again held short is because of first down production defensively from the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Joe Mumford had a great first half, 2 sacks to start this game. If you don't get caught either. You got to stay on side, okay?
There's one of them. And this one, he and Cheatwood. Yeah, that's the 2nd sack for Montford there. There was pressure earlier, and he wrapped up Roberts once.
Yeah, and he made the play right here on first down to force Kahari Jones into a difficult situation. He ran the ball in his short, and that's why Westwood's on the field.
From 50 this time for Westwood, who missed his last one, and he's 0 for his last 2. Well wide as that one rolls through the end zone. So Westwood hit 4 for 4 last week in his first 2 tonight. He's missed his last 2. It's 22-15.
And I've always wanted one. So I called. We had the catalog in no time.
Call for your free metal detector catalog today and find out why metal detecting is one of America's fastest growing outdoor hobbies.
Detectors are so easy to use now.
The screen shows you what's in the ground before you dig it up.
You know, my dad had one, but it wasn't like this. I found a really old coin my first day out. I found this ring.
And he lost some of this.
Call for your metal detector catalog now.
Remember to call for Blue Bomber tickets. Next home game, July 11th against the Rough Riders, Saskatchewan in town at Canadin Stadium. Here are the Tiger Cats, first down now after the missed field goal by Winnipeg. Little screen pass. Troy Davis out across the 45 to about the 46.
Take a look at what the Hamilton Tiger Cats did. They came out of the gate flying. That's just a little dump pass for the touch. Set up that touchdown right out of the gate, the first drive of the game. And they had the blocked field goal. That shook up their kicker a little bit. Jason Curry had some problems after that with some punts and everything else in the kicking game, and that's what Greg Marshall mentioned at halftime. He said, got to shore up some special team problems, but other than that, he's pretty happy.
McManus with back-to-back touchdowns after a couple of interceptions. And that was close there.
Well, I wanted to watch and see what Winnipeg was going to do defensively, because we heard Dave Ritchie at halftime say that they weren't getting any pressure from their front four. So on that last play on second down, what the Winnipeg Blue Bombers did is they went with some linebacker pressure. They had to blitz. Now that's okay. You can outnumber an offense by sending linebackers. The downside is you now put your defensive backs in one-on-one with no help behind them, and you've got Danny McManus at the helm with a hot hand.
Jason Curry just got it away. Stokes surrounded, found a way to grab 6 yards on that return. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football from Ivor Wynne in Hamilton.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-910-8635 now.
Purolator will contribute the quarterback's weight in food to the local food bank. Purolator, Canada's largest courier company. In 2003, 90 tons of food donated to food banks in CFL cities.
Well, and it adds up in a hurry, especially when Joe Montford gets going.
Well, he was a large contributor, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Bombers try and respond again. Beginning at the Winnipeg 30, Kahari Jones stands in. Has a strike.
Charles Roberts contributing in special teams. When you go to block for a punt, usually the outside guy, what you want to do is put a wall up there and let the outside guy go free, because he's so wide, he probably won't get that deep and get to the ball, unless, of course, he's Charles Roberts, and he missed that punt by a fraction of an inch. They're using Roberts not as a returner, but coming off the edge to try and block one.
Third catch of the night for Milt Stiegel. He has enough for the first down out at the 45. Nice play action fake for Kahari Jones. Double coverage over there. No flags anywhere.
You know, I have to point this out because Rodney Heath, playing his first game on the corner, really went above and beyond on the play. He left his short zone to come and help out the deep man down the field, and that's something that you really don't see unless you're about a 5 or 6 year veteran, and it's a good sign for the Ticats defensively and for Greg Marsh. See number 11? Rodney Heath is way back there. That's not his zone. It's not his man. But what he did is he recognized the play. He dropped back to help out his teammate Renard Cox. That's a veteran move from a rookie.
Covering on Kamal Peterson and making this 2nd and 10 Blue Bombers. Here's the charge. Jones got it away in a hurry. Has the completion, but he'll be short of the first down on tight coverage on the far side on Charles Roberts. Cox has had a nice night, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And you saw him in coverage on Kamal Peterson on the last one. He got some help from his teammate. This time it was all him because his teammate to the left of your screen is in man-to-man himself. So he's gone to the sideline, Rodney Heath. So now it's one-on-one in space, and look at the close. I mean, that's going from zero to impact in a split second.
John Ryan in for the Bombers on 3rd down. And he wants to keep it away from Craig Yeast, who's had an outstanding evening so far. 34-yard punt there. It's 22-15.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-910-8635 now.
Tiger Cats can't find anything there. Troy Davis.
You know, Danny McManus, we talked about him a little bit and the tough season he had last year, and how a lot of people said that Danny McManus was at the end of his career. And I'm not surprised at all that he started 2004 the way he has, because prior to last year, he had a CFL record 8 consecutive seasons over 4,000 yards passing. I mean, that is consistency that you don't see in any job.
And last year, under 3,000 in the toughest of all tough seasons. Here's McManus escaping.
What a play!
And Morielli makes the play here. Mike Morielli, the clutch catch of the night.
Yeah, and it's not surprising to see him come back the way he has. It really isn't. I know it may surprise some people, but you cannot create year after year 4,000 yards plus passing and have that kind of consistency and not be able to go back and find it again.
And I mentioned his total from last year. I mean, there were injuries that factored into that as well, but he's over 45,000 in a wonderful career, isn't he?
Yeah, he's right on the doorstep, passing Ron Lancaster in the all-time category, and Damon Allen's still playing, so they're going to have to keep that race going. He's in the #1 spot.
7th all-time. McManus after a 42-yard game. And he just got rid of that one. There was nobody open, and the heat was coming. 4:25 to Danny Mack. so far tonight. 2 touchdowns. And the interceptions are never far away from his total either when you look at him.
476 in game 1. And you add the 425 with lots of football to play. I mean, it has been quite a 2004 already for Danny McManus.
He's still in a ball game here tonight, without question, leading 22-15. 2:21 to go, third quarter. And Ivor Wynne. 2nd and 10, McManus. Oh! And his man almost. Demetrius Breedlove.
And, you know, that was a perfect throw. But if not for Marcus Smith, just a little bit of a nudge on Breedlove at the right time. And that, because this throw is absolutely perfect. You know, right down the sideline on Breedlove. He plays it well. He stays in the hip pocket. He's up there in press coverage. Now he's just going to trail now. He's right with him, right with a little push right there. And that took Breedlove's left arm out of the picture. And then he couldn't pull it in with one hand. That's pretty good defensive play. Remember, they picked on Marcus Smith early, the rookie out there in the corner. Now he's making some plays. So we got this battle continuing.
3 new players in that Blue Bombers secondary. Marcus Smith getting his first opportunity tonight. And the play he made there forces the Tiger Cats into this punting situation. Aimed for the corner. Not quite. Stokes on the return. And wrapped up about the 12-yard line. 7 on the return after a 35-yard punt by Jason Curry. So Kahari Jones gets another opportunity. And Saturday and Sunday, a busy weekend. In Euro 2004, the quarterfinals continue. Sweden versus Holland on Saturday. Czechoslovakia and Denmark on Sunday. How about Greece upsetting France today?
Been some upsets.
From the 12, first down. Blue Bombers trailing by 7. Kahari Jones needs a sustained drive here, and he's got Roberts in the open field for the first time in some time. Roberts has not been able to escape the backfield carrying the ball, but he makes a nice catch here.
You know, we talked about Danny McManus coming back, and, you know, there's a lot of criticism right now on the shoulders of Kahari Jones. In fact, he was telling us before the game that, you know, they lost the game and now the sky is falling in Winnipeg, sort of tongue-in-cheek. But when you look at Kahari Jones' numbers, he is also producing. I mean, look at the top 4 quarterbacks. When I talk about their last 4 years and their average, and those are guys that have played as starters for 4 years, the only 4 starting, he is right up there just behind Anthony Calvillo.
Roberts on the drop, hit hard. Donovan Carter. Talking about Kahari last week in the losing cause, over 400 yards.
Yeah, and he played well. He played very well. But take one more look at these numbers. If you were at home and you said, okay, I'm going to draft a quarterback, and here's my 4. This is their average over the last 4 years. And you look at that list. You look at and you consider the age of the quarterbacks. Danny McManus, 39. Damon Allen, 41. Still playing fantastic football, both of them. But I think Kahari Jones might be one of your number 1 draft picks.
And he led in touchdowns
after Calvillo. Yeah. So you know, I mean, he is playing good football. Just needs some help.
Second down. He'll get it here. Bobby Gorges. Robert Gordon made the catch, and he's had a few tonight in critical situations. That's number 7. So he's become the go-to guy, and with only 1 reception last week, I think he might have been feeling a little bit of pressure as well. Number 84 for the Bombers.
Well, yeah, I mean, they all do. And high expectations again. When we talk about it, they expect big things out of this football team in the province of Manitoba and in Winnipeg.
This will be the last play of the third quarter at Ivor Wynne. Nice play action fake by Kahari Jones. Wade Miller gets into the game. Made the catch there and turns it into a first down. Does not see a lot of action except on special teams, but he comes up with a clutch catch right there on the final play of the third quarter.
At the quarter, brought to you by Reebok, the only brand that hangs in every CFL locker.
7-point game after 3 quarters. Should be an interesting fourth. We've been talking an awful lot about the Hamilton Tiger Cat offense, but the Jock here is going to point out some strong defensive play as well.
Yeah, as the fans know, I love describing things in the field of football that people just don't know unless you played the game. Let me show you something that Jamonte Battle does right here. He's a rookie here, and this point right now, he's looking in Stiegel's eyes. Believe me, folks, he sees the eyes widen, he knows the ball's in the air. He's got 2 choices. Do I turn and track the ball and knock it down, or do I stay focused on Stiegel's eyes, and when his hands go up, my hands go up? Now, he decides to go for option 2. Sticks his hands right in there, and he just goes for option 2, makes the right choice, and breaks up this play. That is an incredible play by a very young guy out of Catawba College. Bob Lancaster, Ron Lancaster's son, is a DB coach down there, and I guess he recruited them.
What school is that?
Catawba College.
Where is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Whoa, guys. Catawba College, Salisbury, North Carolina. They're the Indians. Know your football. One thing I got to say, though, if you look at the teams right now, one aspect of the defensive line of Hamilton is outplaying the defensive line of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Why? Because the Bombers have an inexperienced secondary, and so do the Ticats. The Ticats have 3 guys that are inexperienced. But right now, Hamilton has been able to take advantage of the secondary of Winnipeg a heck of a lot better than the other team has right now, Dave.
He knew that.
That's the scary thing.
Scary.
He knew that. That is the scary part of the whole thing.
Know your football.
This is the Mantis Tiller Cultivator. It weighs only 20 pounds, but packs more power than you might have thought possible. The Mantis Tiller digs in at 240 revolutions a minute, and optional attachments handle all kinds of gardening chores. This is a remarkable machine. And here's a remarkable offer. Purchase a Mantis Tiller direct from the factory. Use it for a year, and if you don't absolutely love it, send it back and we'll refund your money.
For free information, call 1-800-282-0023.
It's just 25 yards. He has 10 plays over that distance. 425 yards passing. Time of possession has been close. I mean, 201 yards passing for Kahari Jones in 3 quarters is pretty good number. So you can get 300 yards passing easy.
Well, I don't think the Tiger Cats can feel very comfortable at this stage of things.
No, not at all. We got lots of football to go.
Leading by a touchdown, Kahari Jones, first down. They get some pressure on him. He escapes. Can he get away here? No. Jason Lamar finally got to the Blue Bomber quarterback.
Well, Jason Lamar gets there. Kahari Jones wanted to go with the double move to the outside with Marcus Howell working on the rookie Rodney Heath on the outside. He's made some plays, though, for the Ticats, and he didn't bite it. He didn't buy it at all. So Jason Lamar comes up with the tackle because his corner played well at the point of attack.
And that's the 3rd sack of the evening for the Tiger Cats. Montford with 2. Lamar has 1 for Purolator. Second and 12. Pump fake. No, he won't get it away.
Rodney Heath again.
Wrapped up.
No, sir. That's twice. Kahari Jones went after Rodney Heath. Cheatwood gets the tackle here. Jason Lamar got it on the last play. Both times, the intended receiver for Kahari Jones was on the side of Heath. This time it's going to be Gordon up there. They moved Marcus Howell to the wide side and moved Robert Gordon, I should say, to the top side. Tried to go over there again. Rodney Heath was stride for stride with Gordon down the field. Nowhere to go for Kahari Jones.
And Tim Cheatwood wrapped him up.
Oh, boy.
Another adventure. Not that time. John Ryan, a rookie.
Well, either way, the Ticats take possession of the football. John Ryan got it across the line of scrimmage, so he won't get intentional grounding. So he did save that penalty.
But it's another turnover.
But it is another turnover. Pressure from the special team.
Both rookie kickers have had their moments of adventure tonight. That was John Ryan's turn earlier. Jason Curry of the Tiger Cats had 1 block and a pressure that turned into a turnover against Hamilton. So at midfield, it's first down for McManus and the Ticats. No one open. And a penalty marker down. The catch is still Amerson. The coverage was too tight on him. That drew a flag.
Made the catch anyway.
Made it anyway.
Cedric Dickerson was fighting with Amerson down the field. Danny Mac, to start things off, has all day to throw the football. Dave Ritchie said, I'm concerned with lack of pressure from my front four. McManus had all day. What a catch at the other end from Archie Amerson. Didn't need the flag.
44 yards. Amerson has contributed.
And as a defensive back, John, that hurts. That hurts because you know you got the penalty because you couldn't find the football, and then he caught it anyway. Yeah, that hurts.
From the 10, a couple of cracks at it here. McManus to the end zone. Too far. No markers. Morreale was the intended receiver.
You know, that is a pretty catch, and it deserves one more look because Amerson was just telling us right there, look, I got spun around. Watch this, folks. This is a pretty picture coming right at you. And watch how Amerson, he got spun around, pressure around him, distractions everywhere, bodies flying, and he comes up with that catch. Oh, boy.
Great pictures there from our end zone camera guy, Jimmy Young, who would like to send along birthday greetings to his dad, Gord, back in Winnipeg. Huge Blue Bomber fan.
Nice pictures, Jimmy.
Yeah, way to go, Jimmy. There he is, 73 years young. Gordon Young today. 2nd and 10. Can he hang on? Not this time. Ticats will settle for a try for 3. DJ Flick, a couple of touchdowns last week.
A little bit behind the target, Danny McManus that time, but with the numbers he's putting up and the game he's having, really hard to fault him for one that's a few inches behind him. DJ Flick battled, but
he had a chance to
Marcel
make the catch.
Smith. Marcel Smith was right there to prevent it. And typical Danny McManus, after the night he's having, he walks over to the bench and says, yeah, that was my bad. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. He'll take the blame every time.
Ben Sankey will hold. Jason Curry looks to add to the Tiger Cat lead. Little chip shot here. And dead center there. Greg Marshall hanging on to a 10-point lead as a result.
Metal detecting is one of America's fastest growing outdoor hobbies.
Detectors are so easy to use now. I'd always wanted one.
The whole family gets into it.
Call for your free metal detector catalog from White's Electronics. With a White's, all you do is turn on and go.
You know, my dad had one, but it wasn't like this.
The screen shows you what's in the ground before you dig it up.
Learn how the latest technology helps you find more.
Alex finds more than I do.
I found old coins, rings.
You wouldn't believe what we found in our own backyard.
Call for your catalog now.
If you're tired of messy brush piles cluttering your property, here's a fast, easy, and truly effective solution. The professional power DR Chipper. It works like a giant outdoor food processor. Just feed in brush, branches, even tree limbs and saplings up to 4.5 inches thick, and out comes valuable wood chip mulch, perfect for use around trees, shrubs, and plantings. The DR has big, easy rolling wheels, powerful manual and electric starting engines, and proven industrial strength design. So if you're worried about dangerous burning or frustrated by undersized, underpowered equipment, call now for complete details about the amazing DR Chipper. Try out a DR for 6 months risk-free and get free shipping now for a limited time. Call 1-800-850-3900. That's 1-800-850-3900. Online at drchipper.com.
DR is professional power for homeowners.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Kellogg's Vector. Vector, official food energy of the CFL. Fuel up.
The faces of football, Joe Montford, having a heck of a night. Couple of sacks. So is this guy. The comeback of Danny Mac.
Two very different personalities. Little bit of a smile from Danny Mac on the bench, and Montford was out there in full dance step. It's grooving.
A long way from the finish in this one. Almost 12 minutes to go. The Bombers looking to come back. This will help the Winnipeg cause. Milt Stiegel.
Yeah, and we are a long way to go. I mean, 10 points is absolutely nothing. Milt Stegall gets his 4th catch of the game and will likely become more and more involved as the game goes on. You know, that last series, Kahari Jones goes after the outside receiver and the corner out there on Heath. This time, he says in this series, let's try and work the inside receivers to Stegall and test their halfbacks.
And he can make you miss, can't he? Milt Stegall, Roberts ran right into Donovan Carter again. These two know each other pretty well in the evening.
1 and 2. 2 meets 1. And Carter, that's a couple of big hits for him. He's moved down. Last year with the Ottawa Renegades, played free safety and made some devastating hits from that position where he got a big run. He doesn't get the big run anymore, but he can still put that helmet on you in a hurry.
Second and 10, Blue Bombers. Just across the Winnipeg 50. Harry Jones stands in, and he has Stokes. They say no catch.
Stokes tried
to sell it.
Umpire turned around, waved it off immediately. Zone coverage with the linebackers so concerned with moving to the outside and helping on Stegall. They leave the middle open, but that looked like it just barely touched the turf before it got to Stokes' hands.
So the Bombers will kick it away again, and this time Ryan does get it away. Return. Craig East went the wrong way there. Danny Mack is back. Ticats by 10, and we'll be back after this.
Hey, buddy, ready to go?
The right genes make all the difference. Introducing Genworth Financial, built on GE heritage, now creating our own legacy.
Losing someone you love to a terminal illness hits close to home for too many of us. I'm Matthew Modine. I lost my father to pancreatic cancer. I'm going to work hard to find a cure, and you can help. Join us on Sunday, July 25th for the Pancreatic Cancer Walk at Old Westbury Gardens. For more information or to register, contact the Lust Garden Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research at 877-972-7373. Together, we can work to find a cure.
Stop at these places. Stop at this place. Right now, all Monroe brake pads are buy one set, get another at half price. Canadian Tire. Let's get started.
Great crowd here for Wendy's Friday Night Football. It's fun to be in Ivor Wynne again. Claude?
No question about that, John. In fact, tonight's crowd, 25,712 here, some of them behind me here. It is, in fact, the largest crowd for an opening day in Hamilton Tiger Cat history. So Bob Young certainly has done a lot of great things turning this program around. The field, the product on the field has been great, but of course the fans in the stands are equally as great. And tonight it's a record crowd, guys.
And the Tiger Cats have looked great themselves. McManus threw that a little too far.
Well, they put on a show for the crowd, and that's approaching capacity when you get up to that number. So
flag down. Faces of football in Hamilton.
Oh, they're having fun, and that's the bottom line. The big band came in at the beginning, and football, you got the cheerleaders, you got the band, you got the game. It's all part of it, and Bob Young is doing a real nice job in a short amount of time when you consider when he took over and how quickly people are excited about the game all of a sudden in this city.
They're definitely back. And when you look at the Tiger Cats, So are they.
Yeah.
After the toughest of all seasons last year. Penalty was against the Blue Bombers. It'll be first down and another first down for the Tiger Cats on the connection with Breedlove, who has been a favorite target of Danny McManus tonight.
But there is lots of football left, John, and plays from the Winnipeg defense like Terry Ray made on the special teams. Now, it has been a lot of Hamilton, but I want to show you Terry Ray up at the top. He annihilates his guy at the line of scrimmage right there. It was right on top. Now he hits another guy down on his way down. Watch, follow 25. Here he comes across, and then Craig East tries to turn back, and he puts him right in the ear hole. That's second effort on a special team that'll bring your football team back, and there's lots of time for the Bombers.
Terry Ray getting a start tonight. He was not the Blue Bombers starter last week. Far side. And a little over DJ Flick.
And it's only a 10-point lead. And yes, Danny McManus is having a night. They put on a great show, the Ticats have on offense. But
you don't feel comfortable yet.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near. And those little plays, I wanted to point that Terry Ray play out because those little plays are noticed by your teammates. And your teammates can rally around things like that, and then all of a sudden you make one or two defensively, and bam, you're back in that game and have some momentum. So plays like that can make a big difference. We'll see if the Winnipeg Blue Bombers can capitalize on it.
10 points, definitely not enough to feel comfortable with 9 minutes to go. This will help Morreale down to the 40. And it's another Tiger Cat first down. Mike Morreale has really made a difference to this Hamilton passing game.
Zone defense, right side of the formation, and he's just going to slip behind Lamar McGriggs. You're going to lose him for a second. You see how he just sat down? That's a receiver that's saying, you don't have to run full speed every single play. Sometimes it's smarter to gear it down, go down in about second gear, sit in that hole, and catch a big one for a first down.
Obviously reading well tonight, 15-yard gain. There's an injured Blue Bomber going to the far sideline bench, Denny Fortney.
Well, the pressure's on this Winnipeg defense now. This is crucial.
McManus has time again. Settles down. Breedlove again.
Seeing Danny McManus right now, not only does he have his rhythm where he can put it on a spot, he has good timing, but he knows when to drop it in there. That throw to Mike Morreale, not a real hard throw. That throw on the outside to Breedlove.
Yeah, he let that fly, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a laser because he knew he had to put some heat on it to get it outside. So he throws that soft one over the middle of Morreale because he knows he's got good position. Now that one is on a rope. That's on a rope coming right to the sideline because when Breedlove turns around, bam, he has to have that football right now.
Fastball at regular speed right there. Shotgun McManus, first down. Yeast again. Made one miss. Ball came loose after the whistle.
Well, Terry Ray is doing his part. Now, Terry Ray is trying to rally the troops for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This is a crucial series for their defense. He flew over there in a hurry. They layered him this time. They had Morreale go deeper and Craig East underneath, but watch how quickly Terry Ray gets there, and he's just trying to fire up his team. Here he comes. Well, he covered a lot of ground. But they cannot give up a major now.
7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, Tiger Cats. Inside the Blue Bomber 25. McManus on the money again. DJ Flick.
And some of the credit here should go to Jamie Barassi, the new offensive coordinator for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's been a good friend of Greg Marshall's for years and done a lot of football camps with him and was hired, one of the first hires by Greg Marshall, wanted to get his expertise in here. What a nice job of mixing things up, calling plays with Danny McManus, letting Danny McManus call some of the plays. They say they go back and forth. Greg Marshall brought him in immediately. He's known him for 20 years, and he has done a super job in 2 games coordinating this offense.
Bombers really need to get some pressure on this Tiger Cat offense. The touchdown toss, and there's contact there, and a flag In fact, there are 2 of them.
Yeah, and I think that'll be incidental. I mean, their legs got tangled up, and Marcus Smith right now is arguing that point. He's saying, look, we both went for the football. Going to get a great look at it right here. One-on-one, Dimitris Breedlove gets inside position. That's where he wins the battle, to get that inside position. But you see how Marcus Smith tried to go for the ball and just tripped up on the legs of Breedlove. Either way, it's a penalty. It's just not pass interference. It's illegal contact.
Pass interference.
Well, they're calling it interference.
Winnipeg 31. First down.
And they call it interference anyway. It would have been a penalty either way.
I thought maybe the hand got in there too, but
yeah. Okay. I saw the legs get tangled.
Yeah, wow.
Either way, they're marching out some yards, and this is devastating for the Bomber defense.
Well, 1st and goal to go for the Tiger Cats, set up here with 6:33 to go.
Yeah.
McManus has taken some time off the clock on this drive as well.
That's right.
Has sustained it.
Time-consuming drive that now you're guaranteed, if you protect the football, a field goal attempt should be a chip shot.
1st and goal to go. Inside the 10, McManus down to about the 1. Amerson escapes. He's got it. Archie Amerson in the grasp, but he broke free.
Well, they're just giving you that second effort. Largest crowd in the history of a home opener for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and they're being rewarded. Their football team has come to play. They started this way with a tremendous amount of intensity, and they're finishing with great second effort and taking it all the way down the wire here. Great effort from Archie Amerson.
Amerson with just 1 reception last week. He has 4 for 122 yards, and that touchdown with great extra effort. Tiger Cats haven't wrapped it up completely, but they must feel rather confident with that lead right now.
This is the Mantis Tiller Cultivator. It weighs only 20 pounds, but packs more power than you might have thought possible. The Mantis Tiller digs in at 240 revolutions a minute, and optional attachments handle all kinds of gardening chores. This is a remarkable machine. And here's a remarkable offer. Purchase a Mantis Tiller direct from the factory. Use it for a year. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back and we'll refund your money. For free information, call 1-800-282-0023.
If you're hounded by a disobedient dog, now you can control your pet with Pet Trainer, the electronic pet training tool that works like magic. Just give the desired command and press the button. Pet Trainer emits an ultrasonic sound that you can't hear, but that commands your dog's attention. Harmless but effective, your dog will snap to attention and listen to your command the very first time you use it. Pet Trainer works great for cats, too. Don't let a nightmare like this happen. Pet Trainer trains pets for their own safety. And use Pet Trainer for your own safety as well.
The use of ultrasonic sound is humane and extremely effective.
Imagine a playful pet you can be proud of. Order Pet Trainer, the safe, effective way to train your pet. Only $19.95.
Credit card users, call toll-free 1-800-471-5577. That's 1-800-471-5577. Or send check or money order to the address on your screen. For quickest delivery, use your credit card and call now. 1-800-471-5577.
I just took it on that last one, right between 2 guys.
Clutch catchers for the Tiger Cats tonight, Morreale and Amerson. Amerson has a touchdown. Morreale has some nice catches in traffic to keep drives alive.
It certainly has. Amerson gets the nice touchdown with the second effort. Morreale with 2 big catches for first downs that I remember. I'm sure. I think he's had maybe one more for first down.
Hey, what they doing now is, though, 13 is backing up.
Tiger Cats set to kick it off. Less than 6 minutes to go in the final quarter at Ivor Wynne tonight. Returning, Charles Roberts. And that's a spirited run for Roberts out near the 45. This was pretty, and the extra effort, Glenn, really says it all about this Tiger Cat team, doesn't it?
Yeah, Winnipeg went with the blitz, and that means it's one-on-one, and there's Amerson. Watch the feet. The feet never stop pumping. And when you're the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, you're in man-to-man defense, you're down emotionally. The first thing that drops off is your tackling. Terry Ray has tried to rally this Winnipeg defense, but unfortunately not enough of his teammates are following suit.
20 Bell
missed the tackle there.
24th completion for Danny McManus, 533 yards, 3 touchdowns. Couple of interceptions to boot, but the Tiger Cats have come back from those turnovers to lead the Bombers 32-15. Long way back for Kahari Jones here. And Stokes is wrapped up after making the catch. The gain is only a couple.
Unbelievable numbers for Danny McManus in basically 2 games. Over 1,000 yards passing, 7 touchdowns. He had 9 all of last season in the touchdown department.
So he's on pace for how many?
9,081 yards. Now,
who set you up with that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You put it right on the tee. This time I didn't put it in the woods for once.
Second down. Bombers and another sack. This Tiger Cat defense is fired up. Adriano Belli has his sack tonight. Now, took a penalty earlier. He'll celebrate that sack.
Hey, it's a long season and a lot can happen, but this is a much different Hamilton Tiger Cat team and a much different city, really, when you consider it. This time they're just going to go with the 3-man rush. You got Mumford on one side, Tim Cheatwood on the other. Lots of coverage back there. Kahari has no one to throw to, and the 3 beat the 5 blockers for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Adriano Belli with a sack. Joe Montford with a couple. 5 on the night for this Tiger Cat defense. And here's the big charge. Flag comes down, contacting the kicker. And Craig Yeast is wrapped up back at the 45.
Yeah, and I don't think Greg Marshall's going to have a problem with his penalty on Matt Petz. I mean, Matt Petz is going to get a roughing the kicker penalty. He was very upset with himself right after he pounded the... I don't think he's going to be real... And that's an effort. When he watches the film, when Greg Marshall watches this film, this is just an effort play. And I know they have a lead, and you want to be careful.
Roughing the kicker, Hamilton 55, first down.
He missed the ball, but it looks, as we look at it, as if he were going for the ball.
Absolutely, and if he gets a piece of it, he can hit the kicker. And initially, of course, Greg Marshall say, hey, it's not a heads-up play. This game is not sown away yet. 32-15. But when he watches the film, it's hard to say to players on his team that have been playing with such high intensity to turn the volume down now. I mean, let them play. Let them play at this intensity level, and every now and then you'll take one. Unfortunately, it leaves the defense on the field.
Here we are at Ivor Wynne tonight. A great night for CFL football, watching the resurgence of the Tiger Cat franchise. Bombers not done yet. Milt Stiegel has 5 catches on the night.
Milt Stiegel has you know what he's done? He's found some yardage tonight and a couple of catches, but he has not been able to get in behind coverage. And remember, there's some rookies back there, this Hamilton Tiger Cat secondary. Let's count them. 4 of the 5. And yet they have not given up the big play to Stiegel.
5 catches for 82 yards for Milt Stiegel. And is that a drop?
Dropped it.
Wade Miller caught one for a first down earlier. Couldn't hang on there.
Kahari Jones has had to work the ball down the field. 237 yards, respectable, 19 of 31. But has had to throw the ball underneath the bunch. 10, 12 yards. He's not been able to hit the big play, the big strike. Give credit to this secondary.
And the run game hasn't worked very well for the Bombers.
No, they didn't get to establish that early.
To the far side,
why?
Pattern. Robert Gordon makes the catch there.
It's been that kind of pattern all game long. And you know why they weren't allowed to establish the run game? Can you spell Montford?
Now we've got him.
Yeah. And there it is. We got it right there for you if you're not sure on the spelling.
Jason Lamar's had a pretty nice night, too.
Well,
Adriano Belli has his sack. Cheatwood was in on one as well.
Yeah.
So the Tiger Cat defense has been relentless. 3 minutes away from a win with the Ticats on top.
Hey, honey.
Hey, just think of what we can do with all the money we're saving.
Well, I have been giving it some thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Prices you gotta see. Right now at Circuit City, get this Fujifilm 3.2 megapixel digital camera with 3x optical zoom for just $199.99 and get a free 64 meg memory card, a $39.99 value instantly, only at Circuit City.
Oh, baby! The 2004 and 1 mixtape tour presented by Mountain Dew Core Red. It's about to invade NYC. Friday night, July 16th, Madison Square Garden at 7:30. Come check out the hottest street ball players on the planet. Hot Sauce, Main Event, and all the rest of and 1 ballers. This is Duke Tango inviting you to the Open Run and Basketball Expo. Also, come check out the Sauce Halftime Show brought to you by Nintendo. This is the #1 street ball tour as seen on ESPN. Oh, baby!
Growing up, Fred and Ernie were very close. They had to be. They were born joined at the finger. But then, Ernie became one of those bandwagon fans, turning his back on both his brother and New York teams. So while Fred has no choice but to put up with teams he doesn't care about, thankfully, you do.
Ball from Ivor Wynne in Hamilton. John Wells along with Glenn Suter here. And we've been entertained from the very beginning, haven't we?
We have, and so have the fans here. And not impossible for the Bombers to come back, but 17 points is a lot of points inside of 3 minutes. Need one in a hurry right here from Kahari Jones.
Well, you need 3 scores to win. Not insurmountable, but they have to score on this drive. And they draw a flag there, so there'll be another chance. Kahari Jones to Milt Stiegel.
Bernard Cox was on the back of Milt Stiegel trying to go across the middle, and he's going to get called on pass interference.
Pass interference.
Milt Stiegel right here.
24.
He's going to come down and try to run post pattern across the middle. And Bernard Cox has some safety help. He jumps him in the deep zone. He's playing the deep zone there, and it becomes man-to-man once Stiegel gets that far down the field. So Cox jumps him, and then you saw him just hit his back.
Bombers have had trouble in the red zone. And that's where they are right now. Driving for a critical touchdown here with 2:44 to go. Winnipeg down by 17. Jones has to find the end zone right now. You know, and he's got one more crack at it, but I meant on this drive.
Yeah, and you know, that would have been payday for Rodney Heath. I think Rodney Heath has played a tremendous game. He has been one-on-one with Robert Gordon for the most part all game long, and that's a tough task for anybody, let alone a rookie. And look how smart he's played it. That time he showed like it was man, dropped off out of his zone,
read it well,
and almost had 110-yard touchdown on an interception had he been able to hang on. He's played a tremendous game out there.
2nd and goal to go. The Bombers have 2 cracks at it. The heat is on. Kahari has Roberts. Roberts has the end zone. Charles Roberts gets Winnipeg a little bit closer.
Now Dave Ritchie has some decisions to make. First of all, 32-15. They have a chart to discuss whether or not 2 points is a possibility here to go for 2, and I think that's what they may do. Kahari Jones just gets outside of pressure, and there's Charles Roberts left all alone. Now they're going to go for the single. It's a good move, makes it a 10-point.
10-point game. The Bombers need that to tie.
Hey, Mets fans, if you're heading out to Shea for the Subway Series July 2nd through July 4th, make sure to bring an old baseball cap. The first 5,000 fans to show up to each game with an old cap can trade it in for a new Mets orange cap, courtesy of Chevrolet. Stop by the Chevrolet tables located inside each gate to make your trade.
We're in for a great finish in Hamilton. Here's the game story as we have it so far, brought to you by Sport Check, proud supporter of the CFL.
Danny Mack is back, buddy. Craig East, one of his go-to guys in the last 2 games, over 1,000 yards for Danny Mac.
And the big plays by Danny Mac, 11 over 25 yards.
Charles Roberts has more touches, 19 in this game, but early on, that defense for the Ticats shut them down, and they've had to go away from them because they've been behind.
However, Charles Roberts has the touchdown to get the Blue Bombers within 10.
I was wondering here if Dave Ritchie would go and try and kick it deep or try the onside. He has the onside formation lined up. You see them all overloading one side.
2:34 to go.
On this, Milt Stegall is very upset here with the officials, and the reason for it is that they blew that dead
Hamilton.
because Greg Marshall wisely called a timeout. They called it, and what Troy Westwood did is he declared his hand.
That they were going with the short.
But not just that they were going with it, but where they were going with it. He basically showed his poker hand just as the whistle was blowing because he squibbed it forward. Nice little coaching move there from Greg Marshall to call that timeout. Perfect timing. Westwood declared his hand, and now the Winnipeg Blue Bombers will have to change things up, and that's why Milt Stegall was so upset. Now this is where the Bombers, this is how this works. The Bombers overload one side of the field. They cannot touch the ball unless it goes 10 yards. So what they do is they're going to load up over here, and the Ticats load up over here. Now this is the great part about this play. All these guys don't look at the ball. All they do is attack a man. Now the Bombers switch it up. They go to the backside.
And it's whistled down again. Jason Lamar went high.
Winnipeg number 7.
Oh, my. And now Westwood gets a delay of game call, and he's had to declare his hand twice.
You don't win like that at the casino, do you?
Well, see, what they do is in the first one, they loaded up the area that I circled for you. Then they were going to try and fool the Ticats by squibbing it forward.
Delay of game, Winnipeg number 7. Going to retry.
Then in the second one, they say, okay, we've showed them that formation. We're going to line up everybody on the left. Now what we'll do is as we break the huddle, we'll split them up and we'll put some to the right side and kick it that way. It's whistled dead. So here's what they do in the first there. The first series, Westwood says, we'll put everybody over here and we'll squib it up in here. That didn't work. It declared his end. Then we'll put them all over here and try and chip shot that side. Now what has he got left? Is there any more aces in there?
I don't believe there's an ace. Now the Bombers had one extra player out there. They got off just in time.
Well, now they're in a balanced set. They may just kick this deep.
But they've lost yardage, and they're kicking off from their 25.
They got to kick it deep.
They've got to go deep. It's not real deep. Heads-up play by Breedlove. Or hang on, it's Tunkara. Well, that was the catch and stepped out. So McManus has 2:32 to erase from the clock and a 10-point lead.
Well, you know what the numbers here show? You look at the left zone, the middle zone. This is where he's distributing the football. And because there's balance there, it shows confidence in the entire receiving corps. You know, at times he went after the rookie corner, Marcus Smith. But it wasn't always with the same guy. And he's spreading the ball around to all of his receivers. Morelli's made some catches. Archie Amerson.
And Yeast, a couple of big ones. Now the run game works for about 5. Troy Davis. .228 to go.
Now the big boys up front have a chance to have a little fun and go out there, and this was what Schultz loved about the game. Chris Schultz, former offensive lineman, you had to pass block for your quarterback all game, and sometimes that means you have to take some hits from those defensive linemen rushing, and then when you get to this point, everybody knows we're just going to run the ball, so those guys up front get a chance to lean a little bit on that front hand, get a little weight going forward, and take off and attack the defense.
An injured Tiger Cat. Wayne Smith, the #1 draft pick of the Tiger Cats this year, played very well last week according to coaches, and he's obviously had a pretty good night tonight, being tended to there. 25,712. Football is fun again in Hamilton on a Wendy's Friday night.
Tremendous atmosphere, too. Young crowd. Lots of music to start the game. The big band we talked about. They're doing it right here in Hamilton.
Ticats are 228 away from a 10-point win.
On TV, and I've always wanted one. So I called. We had the catalog in no time.
Call for your free metal detector catalog today and find out why metal detecting is one of America's fastest growing outdoor hobbies.
Detectors are so easy to use now.
The screen shows you what's in the ground before you dig it up.
You know, my dad had one, but it wasn't like this. I found a really old coin my first day out. I found this ring.
And he lost some of this.
Call for your metal detector catalog now.
Highlights on SportsCenter tonight with these two good-looking guys. Tishman and Price will have all the stories, scores, and highlights when we're done here at Ivor Wynne.
I'm sorry, usually Starsky and Hutch?
That's who they remind me of, too.
Well, the good news for Hamilton, Wayne Smith walking off. He was trying to come around pulling guard situation, and Maurice Kelly dove at his legs as he was coming around there, mostly to protect himself. Hope that Wayne Smith will be okay.
Number 1 pick for the Tiger Cats in this year's Canadian draft.
Well, if there was pressure on this Winnipeg Blue Bomber football team, and on Dave Ritchie in particular, before this game,
it's huge right now, trailing by 10. They'll get the ball back, however. That was second down and a bunch, and Troy Davis is well short of the first down. Well, is it gladiator time?
Well, even if the Bombers can stage a miraculous comeback,
Winnipeg.
The gladiator has been chosen.
Couple of sacks for Montfort. I like that.
Yeah, but that's not why. That's not why Joe Montfort is the gladiator.
How about a tackle for a loss?
Yeah, but this one here. Look at this one. Double team, fighting, tough. Couple hits in the backfield. The hustle continues.
Hey, man, you see they let me play ball again, you know what I'm saying? Been 2 years, getting away from that sting. Now we about to play some football.
And you're the gladiator tonight, pal. Joe Mumford, the gladiator for tonight's game. Tremendous game from Joe Mumford.
Jason Curry on third down. Less than 2 minutes to go. The Bombers need a huge return. There's Stokes.
John, the great Caesar Marcus Aurelius said, once again, you've proven your valor. Joe Mumford, once again, you have proven your valor.
Are you going to have a quote like this for every gladiator?
Well, you got to watch the movie again, but nice job. Not to mention the fact that early on in the game, he was pretty fired up and yelling into the camera. And poor Dave Randorf back there thought it was directed towards him, and he was a little worried. So
I think that was
towards
directed
him. I think it was also.
The Bombers,
nice game, Joe,
have a minute 51, and they need 10 points for the tie. Jones stands in, took a hit, has Stokes out in the open field. Stokes is wrapped up, almost escaped, but he's dropped short of the first down at about the 45.
Good pressure up front from the entire front four. We just talked about Montfort, but they've been getting it after it. And you know, the inside guys are the key. If Johnny Scott and Adriano Belli are controlling the middle of that defense, then it allows the outside guys, Cheatwood and Joe Montfort, to do what they've been doing tonight, stuff like that, and putting big hits on the quarterback and then the backs in the backfield.
Second down. Kahari Jones, far side. Oh! Got the completion over there. It's Bobby Gordon. Robert Gordon makes the catch there.
Well, you know, Rodney Heath, I mentioned earlier, for a rookie on the corner, he's played well. This time he played very aggressively, just to the top of your screen. Little turnout pattern. This is something that Robert Gordon has done a ton of in this game. You see, he gambles to go for the football. And then Gordon just breaks that tackle.
1:25 remaining. It's the Ticats by 10. Little drop play. Charles Roberts. Lamar, one of the Ticat tacklers there. And that might have been Roberts'
here's the good
biggest
news for
gain of the night.
Yeah, here's the good news for the Bombers. They're now in striking range. In other words, Kahari Jones, with his arm strength, can reach the end zone on a throw. So that puts a little more pressure on the defense. And 10 points is not an unsurmountable lead for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And remember, the Bombers have had some practice on their onside kick team now.
Well, they have done that. They're definitely within field goal range if they decide to take the three here.
Yeah, they need both.
Jones. Kamal Peterson makes the reception, and it'll be another first down with 1:08 to go. So time is the Blue Bombers' enemy. They need a touchdown and a field goal, not necessarily in that order, but that's only for the tie.
Yeah, and a young secondary for the Ticats have got to understand in the CFL, it is never over. Can't get complacent.
Roberts.
Well, and Renard Cox didn't get complacent there. That's a good example because, if you're playing American football, whether it be college or the National Football League or NFL Europe, if there's 2 minutes left in the game, you can pretty much mail it in from then on. You can just say, okay, we've got a 10-point lead. It's game over. Not here. In the CFL, and Renard Cox jumped up in there, and a guy like Mumford, he's going to tell Cox, hey, that's good play because you can't give up.
And he had Roberts lined up. Kahari Jones goes for it all. And there was too much pressure on the Blue Bomber quarterback there. Kahari ends up on the turf, and the Bombers have one last crack at it. Third down and goal to go from the 20-yard line.
Respectable numbers for Kahari Jones. Just a couple of opportunities missed when they got down in the red zone. Their kickers missed 2 field goals.
Well, and that is a huge part. One was a 50-yarder. The other one was definitely makeable.
Yeah.
So here are the Bombers. They're going for the touchdown here on third down and 10. Jones buys some time. There's the toss. Picked off. Grabbed by the Tiger Cats.
Jamonte Battle.
Battle has the interception, and it's over for the Blue Bombers. They'll drop to 0-2. How about the Tiger Cats? 2-0.
Well, Greg Marshall has his team playing at a level of intensity that they haven't played for in a little while.
17 new faces on this Tiger Cat team when they began the season. The receiving corps, Glenn, 80% improved over last year.
Well, and they kept battling. I talked about that young secondary possibly becoming a little complacent with just over a minute to go, and they didn't. We saw Renard Cox come up and make a nice play on the run. That's a tremendous catch by Battle, who came out to help underneath.
Danny McManus has 35 seconds to get rid of. And the Tiger Cats will have their second impressive win
now
to begin a new season.
Now, what's going on in Winnipeg?
Well, the pressure is definitely on this Blue Bomber team.
Well, and it's on that man. And, I mentioned it off the top of the show. In a lot of ways, it's hard to understand. I mean, I do understand it. The expectations are high. But with Dave Ritchie's success over the last 3 years, he is almost a victim of his own success now because it is only week 2, and yet, boy, it's going to be tough. I think it's safe to say he's on the bubble.
37-17 over the last 3 seasons, the Blue Bomber record. And the Bombers have come up short in the playoffs. That's where the Winnipeg fans have grown a little bit impatient because this team was geared for a championship.
That's where their expectations were so high for this football team, and an 0-2 start is, it's not disaster, but
it's worrisome. There's no question about that.
Big time, and they cannot afford for it to leak into 0-3, 0-4. Congratulations over to the Ticats. A well-deserved win tonight.
Blue Bombers started with 4 straight victories last year. And they start with 2 losses this year as the Tiger Cats have a wonderful evening on home turf at Ivor Wynne to match last week's win over the BC Lions on the road in Vancouver. Greg Marshall and the Tiger Cats look like they're for real.
Tiger Cats have come to play in 2004.
Only 1 win last year. They've doubled that total already.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you in part by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL. Wendy's, it's better here. By Molson Canadian, I am Canadian. By Rona, the how-to people. And by Rogers, your world right now.